Hello. Nope. Do it again.
How about now?
Oh, now I can.
Now I can hear.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay.
I can also hear myself.
Heyo! What's up, y'all? It's go time.
Look at those pictures on those names.
Oh, that is beautiful.
What is up?
Whoa, we are a high-tech live stream table. How do you like me now? Oh my god, I didn't even see. Do we always have somebody supporting Supreme on this final table, no matter what?
I think so. I think we're like almost batting 1,000 on this.
Vietvo always has the gloves, the Supreme gloves.
Prime Social, the unknown sponsor of Supreme.
I guess so. If we could switch that the other way around, that would be...
we might be doing something right here.
We might be able to break even on the overlay for this.
Supreme is really smart. They just skipped the whole your logo here portion.
Oh, yeah. Your logo here on somebody who makes the final table. We are at the final table of this Prime Poker Open main event. It had a $1.5 million guarantee. It didn't get there, naturally.
Well, then did we... Well, then what did we really pay out then? If it didn't get there, then like,
well,
I mean, we would just pay out like 1.2 or.
Actually, due to popular demand, we're doing 2 more flights.
Oh, is there a flight going on in 20 minutes?
Yeah. No, we added Prime Social added $153,000 to the prize pool to get it the rest of the way to that $1.5 million guarantee.
Wow.
The guarantee was honored. They basically, I think they added all of 3rd place. Is that right, Dan? Yeah, like Prime Social said, we'll cover 3rd.
Well, we got 3rd.
Yeah.
Other places, they rake enough to make 3rd every tournament.
Yeah.
We just add in 3rd place.
Go the opposite.
Yes.
Yes. We'll go ahead and take 0 and add 3rd place.
I actually got to catch your Poker News interview when you were talking about this this whole event, and you said that you were going full send on the guarantees. I didn't realize that you meant like
yes.
full send.
Correct. Yes. No, that's exactly what I meant. Is we have aces here. We got a hand. Bradley. Bradley Ritual. 2 aces. We are playing 75, 150, 150. He's just going to limp out of the small blind. Sneaky, sneaky. Josh has King 10.
Ooh.
And
this flat may reward him handsomely here because he's definitely going to get raised out of the big blind.
I'm a little out of practice with commentary. He's probably not going to fold, right?
No, probably not.
All right.
He could do one of 2 things, and
one of those 2 is not fold.
That is not in the option here.
Okay. All right, so I haven't lost. It's like riding a bike a little bit. This whole.
Yeah, you'll figure it out. You'll be okay.
All right, good.
They really do beat inflation.
I believe in you, Hammer.
So yes, the options are calling if he wants to keep being sneaky or re-raise if the sneakiness has ended, or make it look like he's just playing back at him. Feels like more.
It looks like he is opting to raise.
He put it right into the pot box, so I couldn't see how much it was.
This guy's watched the stream before. He wants to keep us on our toes. He knows that box is exactly right there on this view.
Exactly. Looks.
And the 3 bets gets through. Unfortunately for Bradley, fortunate for Joshua.
It went. It looked like he went to 1.1. That was the 3 bet.
So at 150K big blind, I think we're in the 28th level of this tournament.
Yeah.
We gave him a forced stop at 27. Come back for day 3.
Correct.
Everyone gets some rest.
It was originally scheduled as a 2-day event, and I knew it was going to go long when we did it. Oh, that's my mom in the stream right there.
Hi, Mom.
Welcome to the stream.
Oh, you don't sound out of practice, she says.
We realized, biggest supporter.
It has to be.
Yes. We realized that it was probably going to go until about 10 a.m. if we had just played it out. So, turned it into a 3-day event. Didn't want players to be playing for $262,000 first place on a 20-hour day.
Well,
22-hour day.
You know who else was very excited about coming back to day 3?
Who's that?
Me. I don't want to be here till 10 a.m.
Yeah, exactly. No, me neither. That's everyone got a little sleep, including us. We are back to finish this out. I did tell them we would either go to 6 players or the end of the 27th level. They opted for the 27th level, came back with 7 players, and here we are. We currently on level 28. They are sitting at a 42 big blind average.
Jeez.
At the final table.
Dude, we're going to have to, like, stop making these tournaments so good.
Yeah, it is not.
Jesus.
And I got yelled at on Twitter for skipping the 200, 300 level.
Stop it. Did you really? Yeah. That is fantastic.
I did. They said.
Can't ever make them all happy.
Your structure is just not good enough. And I said, well.
With 24 players left, I looked up and saw 70 big blind average, and I asked when day 4 was.
Yes, exactly. No, it's. I knew I was cutting it close. I tried to squeeze in as much play as I could for a 2-day event, but when that first day gets there, 3 levels faster than I expected them to, that sets everything in motion.
Yeah.
Now we come back to hour-long levels. It's not just 2 hours, that it's like 4 hours.
Yeah, it compounds on top of each other.
And, maybe getting till 6 a.m. or somewhere in that range is a little different than like 10, 11, 12 o'clock.
Ish.
Yeah. So
give or take.
It pushed everything back a little bit. And so here we are on day 3, but now we have all y'all with us.
All y'all.
You hear that? See how I did that?
The true Texan.
Oh, yeah.
At the Texas Hammer.
That is correct. That is correct. Real. If you play with me on online poker, any of the new ones, it's real Texas Hammer.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Because there's this other guy. Just because he has a billboard on every highway.
Just because he's had a commercial for the last 27 years.
Yeah, no. That's
you're not the real Texas Hammer until you move from California.
Correct.
And ditch your own state.
I have been here for well over 365 days.
Yes.
I am Texan to the core now. Full blown. You heard me say all y'all.
Yeah, I know.
I did.
Okay. So
yeah.
like what more do you need?
Okay. I'll appreciate it.
Verified. Oh yeah.
Verified.
Dano is in the chat. He is going to be verifying all the worthless facts that I spout out off the top of my head, or unverifying them every once in a while. That happens too. Thank you for joining us in the chat. We see you typing in. Let us know if you have questions. We can see it. Let us know who you're rooting for. And let us know who you think the real Texas Hammer is.
Posturing process. I don't even pay attention, but it's
If all y'all convinces me. See? My mom knows I'm Texan now.
Yeah, exactly. Take it till you make it.
She knows. It's good. It's good to have, like, one mother to counterbalance, like, the 10 trolls that'll be in there.
Oh, for sure.
I feel like that's a good ratio.
I like it.
Josh raises with the King Jack offsuit. Gets a call from the small and big blind. That was a min raise, so he gets called with the 2-5s. That's a favorable flop.
Above average flop.
Favorable.
5-5.
Yeah. Flops the full house.
Speaking of, I think this might be the first flop we've seen.
Yeah. And it's good to be on the flop and have that 97 next to your name. Just trying to dodge runner outs from both of them. Could come 6-6, king, or jack, or 8-king, 8-6. Lots of it. When you're describing every way it could come,
It
and you're saying
seems
two
like,
cards,
yeah.
that's how you know it's a pretty good flop. It needs
You
to
need
come,
this and then this.
Yes. If the run out involves a if then.
Hello, Bobo. I miss you.
Logan in the chat.
All right, well, Joshua with a very standard continuation bet here after being the original raiser, and Joel with the standard flat here, letting him try and continue to bluff off some chips here. He's probably going to slow down. I expect to check back. He's praying for a jack, and he really doesn't need it.
Yeah.
That would be bad.
Yeah.
That's a very good card for Josh.
Right. Probably won't get him in too much trouble.
It's going to go bet fold here, and Joel's going to pick up a pretty nice little pot here.
I got bio sheets. I haven't read them yet.
Oh,
I'm
here,
just gonna
give me some of these.
Here.
Let's start with, go find Joel.
You do Joel.
Oh, I'll do, I'll read Joel's bio
you
sheet.
Read Joe. No H. Welcome. Any idea on dates for the next series? Yes. The next series will be on December 1st. I'm gonna go home, take a nap, and I'll be right back. We got some making up to do. Yeah, the schedule is gonna come out in the next couple days, but we are a go for December.
December 1st. This is like Prime second chances.
Yes, second chance tournament. It's actually going to be an Enchanted Christmas tournament.
Enchanted.
Yes, it's
Christmas tournament.
Enchanted. Yeah, we're gonna have a little industry tournament to kick things off. $100 buy-in, and we're only taking $12 for the house. Rest goes to the prize.
It's $100 minus $12 to the house.
To the prize pool. Yeah.
To the prize pool. Yeah. $12.
12's not even going to Prime. We're gonna come off this 150,000 overlay, and we're gonna do a tournament where we take no.
So it's $100 minus $12, and the remainder of $88 is going to the prize pool. Okay.
Yes, that's gonna come up. That'll be on December 1st, and then on the 2nd, that's gonna be an industry tournament. People that are in the poker industry can play that.
What is the definition of industry?
Well, I can use it pretty loosely, but anyone who works in a place that produces poker.
Okay.
I'll even say a casino. If you show me a card and you're like, oh, I deal blackjack at Choctaw, I'll be like, welcome to the industry tournament.
I love it.
You are part of the industry.
I love it.
So that'll happen. Schedule's coming out. Just give me a chance to lick my wounds and to take a nap, and then I'll have it out hopefully by tomorrow at some point.
Maybe for the Enchanted Christmas tournament, we could take like an industry photo underneath like one of these chandeliers that we have.
Yes,
that would be really good.
Yes. I actually, the cook back there, we got a new chimichangas that are
chimichangas.
They're going to be on the. They are going to be on the menu coming up for the Enchanted tournament. Fresh off the, there was supposed to be a series that I was staying away from in December. That's why we did this now, but it was recently canceled. So there's people in Houston that are looking for a tournament. People that may travel.
They were already going to plan to be here.
Right. So I'm not sure how many champions we're going to crown in this one, but it is going to be, I don't know, 10? 10 champions?
12-day tournament, or 12-day series.
Yeah.
So, yeah, probably, I would say 9 to 10 champions. So. Well, here, let's get back to these bio sheets.
Absolutely.
I did not read off Joel's here. Let's see, we have Mr. Joel here who did flop 5 full on our first flop of the day. When asked about how long he's been playing poker, he says that he cannot remember. How did he get started? He also cannot remember. His favorite hand, we share this in common, ace-ace, because it's the nuts. Your least favorite hand is the losing one. So far, he hasn't done that today, so he's probably feeling pretty good about that. The strategy that he's planning on using, the winning kind. I like this guy.
That's a solid strategy.
That's a solid strategy.
Also favorable.
His biggest tournament win is well over 6 figures in the 125,000 range.
Wow.
And let's see, I'm sure some people that busted have nicknames, but when asked about his nicknames, he's sure that he has some, but he doesn't know what they are because they won't tell him because they say them behind his back. And that is it for Mr. Joel, who has won the biggest pot of this final table so far.
Okay, I got Josh, but you have to help me. Any idea? That's West Virginia.
Oh.
Weirton? Weirton. He is from Weirton. Obviously, I proofread all of these before we got in the booth, like the stone cold professional that I am. He's from Weirton, West Virginia. This is his first time at Prime Social. Just comes right in and jumps right onto the final table. NBD, no big deal. Been playing poker for 4 years. Got started with online Bovada. We only encourage legal gambling here in Prime Social. Verified. Please gamble responsibly. Favorite hand is 3 deuce off because of Rigby.
The dirty diaper.
The dirty diaper.
Did you see that he finally folded it and would have busted 2 people?
Oh, he would have?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't see that.
No,
He would have had to call all in to play it, right?
So, yeah. So he finally folded it face up and would have busted both ace king and ace queen or something like that.
Oh, man.
And then he decided to run a huge bluff against 2 kings when it came ace 4-4 and it got through.
Yeah, oh, that one I saw.
Yeah.
That was the one that I saw. Like, that was not going anywhere. Okay, we got a hand here.
yeah,
Everyone gets a little bit of something.
Interesting hand developing.
Brad flops top pair. Robert has second pair, and Raul has open ender. Everyone's got a little piece.
Cooper opened this pot, and Raul flatted on the button, and then Bradley decided to come along in the big blind to defend, and it checked through on the flop. Bradley, sensing that he has the best hand, is going to go and lead out here. I honestly wouldn't be shocked to see Robert come along here after the flop got checked through. He might even show a little aggression here, repping a much bigger hand than he has after he was the original pre-flop aggressor. He's going to call. And now Raul with the opener. This pot could have really got swelled up if anybody bet the flop.
Yeah. Now, being laid a decent price to call. Try and get there with the open ender. Maybe trying to figure out if some of his outs are gone to flush draws. Flush draw. Decides to fold.
Very disciplined fold right there. It's hard to watch a pot get swelled up and to let it go. Innocent enough looking river. This line can go in like one of like 3 different ways. It can go check call, check check. But unless like Robert like goes full blast, Bradley's gonna win this pot.
Yeah.
Did you hit a 9 in the river?
Did you hit a 9 on the river, he says.
Check. I have an ace.
Okay. He said okay.
Okay.
Yep, that's reasonable.
Normally people give the double knuckle tap for the
Right.
okay. Okay.
That's good.
And we have the King 10 of diamonds here under the gun. Probably going to come in for an open 7-handed.
325.
Little min plus an extra. What are those? Are those like dark blue? How would we describe the 25Ks?
I would call them prime blue.
Prime blue.
Yeah. That's
It is a prime
that
color.
one is our, that is our prime color. And the prime color. And basically every use of that word, color.
Let's see here. And it folds through.
These commentators sound like they eat french fries with a fork. How dare you?
Hi, Travis.
You must have missed the part earlier where I said I'm a Texan now. They're lucky if I use my hands to eat french fries.
After that comment, I hope that your hangover was 10 times worse than it actually was today.
How? Okay, I'm going to finish up on Josh real quick. His strategy, look, the way he wrote it, that's an AG. I can't tell if that's a T or an L.
You got me.
That's the only two that it could be.
Yeah.
He's either going to play tight aggressive or loose aggressive.
Or, yeah.
Either one of those. Same thing, right? Basically, except they're exact opposites. His biggest tournament win is 3,000.
Well, that's a lie because it didn't matter if he didn't show up today. This was his biggest tournament win.
That's true. But he didn't win it yet. Like, he could still do something to be disqualified and not paid. Like, if he, I don't want to give anybody suggestions.
Yeah, I was about to say, hold on, let me get my pen and paper out. Let's start writing these down.
I mean, there are things that you could do. It's a very short list. Like, most of the time, even if you have to kick somebody out, you just give them whatever spot they're in. But there's some, like, I mean, if the FBI got involved.
What if, you know what? I don't care. What if you get kicked out of a cascade? Do we cash out the chips before they get escorted out? It's almost like I saw something like that yesterday.
Yeah. No,
that's not much of a compliment.
Yeah, I don't know where you were playing, but yes. Yeah, you can. You know, we try to get everyone every dollar that they deserve, always, but.
Even an extra 153 sometimes.
Exactly. Sometimes people like to gamble on top of their gambling, and, you know, S happens. But do you eat Whataburger naked at 5 a.m.? How Texan are you, Hammer?
Now's as good a time as any to let the fans know who changed your life when you moved to Texas. When it comes to Whataburger taquitos.
Yeah, no, yeah. My boy Chris introduced me to taquitos. I saw them on the menu many times, but I never tried them. And then, like, I can attribute at least 15 of the pounds I am overweight to Chris Birchfield himself.
You're welcome.
At least. Because I can never decide which one I want, so I get one of all of them, if not two.
Have you gone into the shelled eggs portion of it yet?
Oh, my God. I can't. Now, I go somewhere and they don't have shelled eggs, and I just, like, spit it out like a Whataburger snob.
Yeah, this is no good.
Yeah.
Do they even know? Do they know that I moved from California to be a part of this?
Exactly. It's, you know, In-N-Out, it's basically dead to me. I mean, it's moved into second place, but don't tell my wife. Dano's offended. Josh's nickname is Josh.
Stellar in-depth reading we have here.
Anything you want the viewers of the live stream to know, he said, play PLO.
There you go.
I like that. I like that advice.
In the invisible ink portion of that line, it says at Prime. We just can't say it.
Oh, yeah. Play PLO at Prime.
Yeah.
Prime just got finished doing amazing deal for their live cash games. They were matching any purchase of $250 or more throughout the entire series. Yeah.
Nice.
At $12 an hour, if you get matched 100%, that knocks it down to $6 an hour.
I used to joke, like this line used to be a joke all the time, but how do we keep the lights on in the store?
Yeah, I don't know. I can tell you.
Open windows and natural lighting, or what?
If all Prime had was this last month, there would be no lights on. There would be no. The whole 153K overlay and time match, and yeah. After we're done paying Dan, we've got nothing left.
For what it's worth, and I do think that the viewers should know this, that on the bottom of every structure sheet of any tournament of all time, there's that little fine print that says, we can do whatever we want with the guarantees, like, in layman's terms, you know, basically, like, we could add flights, change guarantees, do whatever, but you know what? Y'all said we're going full send.
Yes, we reserve the right to change or cancel.
But did not.
It's one of those, and you know what? Honestly, I think this one is one of those where we were well within our rights, because the World Series main event did make a pretty drastic change that had a pretty drastic effect on the.
So me, you, Jordan Cutter, and Ray Henson, we have this group text that's pretty active, 365.
Yes.
And no one came out and directly said it. But the day that they said that they were adding those 2 extra flights in the main event, I know all 4 of us, no one wanted to be the Debbie Downer.
Yeah, no.
But I think we're all shouting profanities in our head. Because that was definitely not optimal.
It definitely had.
For the Prime Social.
It definitely had an impact. And as somebody
you could have busted day 6 and still made it to this thing before. Now you got 2 days off in between.
Not to mention the fact that you could, you know, everybody who busted could have taken another day in Vegas to recoup, gotten a flight.
Yes.
Back. Now it was the people who were really wanting to. Oh, Ohio 63 just subbed for 4 months. Thank you. Welcome. Why doesn't it pop up on here? Whoa. Welcome. Welcome to Prime Stream. Appreciate having you here. I'm sorry we didn't say it sooner. I have my Dano. That's why he makes every dollar that we don't pay to overlay at this place. We just give straight to Dan so that he can help me stay on top of things.
Absolute zero value in that.
Welcome to the stream. Thanks for the follow. We do have 170 people watching.
Facebook.
Oh, there's got to be more. Yeah, there's people on Facebook because they're typing in here. That's where my mom is.
Huh. There.
Okay. Oh, there. I see that. Oh, Hotis. 00 Hootis?
Hootis?
Thanks for the follow.
I don't think I can pull him out with $2.5 million behind.
Travis. Travis says crap. I was hoping it was different commentators on Twitch.
Oh, I didn't
God,
see the switch. Cashflow Chris, thanks for the follow. Cashflow Chris 95.
8 times he did it and it didn't work.
Cash me outside. Bradley raises the ace jack.
I would even say that when
His equity is very nice.
more likely. More likely
I know we're having a little bit fun in here. Have we still only seen 2 flops?
Yeah.
I know it's been a lot of raising in through. And we're going to see a lot of that here at this final table. They're so deep. And they're playing for over $250,000.
Yes.
Like, I mean, this is... You're not going to see too many out-of-line punts here, if I had to guess.
We have had more conversations about Whataburger than we have seen flops.
Well, yes.
And,
Duh.
and
I don't care if there was a flop on every hand dealt. Like, we're talking about Whataburger.
I don't know that ratio is going to change throughout the night. No, that doesn't really smash anybody. Pair of fours is still in the lead. Ace 4, ace jack.
This might be one of those first to sneeze at it
Yeah.
situations.
Chris and Brad have opportunities here. Brad also has counterfeit. They both have counterfeit opportunities here. It's not as cool of a word, but yeah. Hi, Sharon. Welcome.
First to sneeze wins the pot.
Robert Cooper is my dad. Welcome. Good luck to your dad.
15 minutes. Can you not see it? I mean, the pillars.
Robert, let's see.
Let's talk about Robert.
He filled out a sheet here. Is it your first time at Prime? No. Been playing poker for 19 years. Got started online. It's so weird that you could be playing for 19 years but start online. It feels like online was like 4 days ago.
Yeah.
It was. Yeah, I used to play and
I got played in college
Yeah.
when Black Friday happened, and
I played in college long before Black Friday.
ooh, this one could get a little saucy here.
His favorite hand is also aces.
Oh, they're gonna say 2 tens.
Least favorite hand is Jack 6.
That's a pretty bad hand. That's a hand to hate. That's fair.
Okay. Biggest
He must have
fan?
had a really bad experience.
I was gonna say there has to be
Yeah.
a story with that. Nobody just jumps right into Jack 6.
Like, he's had to have made like top full 6 times with that hand and just never get there. Just
Yeah.
never be good.
Or the opposite. Like every time he has aces, he gets called off by Jack 6.
This is the kind of thing I was talking about. You know, two premium 7-handed, but for whatever reason, we hired a guy that makes these tournaments too good. And
Yeah, there's no a lot of final tables or streams that you watch like those two. They just have to get it in and flip for their tournament life, just because that's the stage of the tournament they're in. You don't really have to get it all in and flip for your tournament life right now because everybody is still super duper deep.
I cannot believe you dared skip that 200, 300 level.
Yeah, I did skip. I could have had a different level too.
If I were to ever look at one of your structures, and which I never do, but if I were, and I got to that like level 2 skip,
Yeah.
I just would have gone onto Twitter and said, you know what, no more. We cannot allow this.
Hopped right over it. That was pretty brutal. We were barely 150 big blinds deep, like an hour into the tournament. So that's it's pretty intense.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
What would Matthew say to that?
Matthew would probably be fine with it.
I think so.
There's like a chainsaw that's falling apart. Like,
I just assumed it was him on Twitter. No intention of ever coming here.
It's true. It could be. I have him muted. I have no idea what he's saying. Makes my life much happier.
When you have something important to say to me.
Exactly. Oh, when you were supposed to turn back the clocks, it wasn't supposed to go back to yesterday. Marathon final table. I think that there's a little bit of passive aggression there because I'm keeping someone very important to her a little longer than I was supposed to. It's my fault. My bad. My bad. We do. It in my defense, it is called daylight savings, like day. It's not called hour light savings. It's called
daylight savings.
So like, I feel like I should get a pass. In my defense.
Zero chance that Chris was ever checking this flop after raising the button. I'm not sure who was in the big blind here, but they opted to fold the ace-8 to a button raise. Just did not feel it, did not want to get involved. Chris Tats won his first pot. Let's look at his bio sheet.
Definitely.
Chris of the stats variety. Houston legend.
First time at Prime Social? No. Been playing poker for too long. How did you get started? Degenerate grandmas.
That might be my favorite answer ever.
It's multiple, not like one. Favorite hand is 7-9 suited. The kind of strategy he plans on using is Lucky Rocks. Biggest tournament win? Ask me later.
Attaboy.
I like that.
Attaboy.
Do you have any nicknames?
Christopher Stats in the building.
Sticky. His nickname is Sticky.
So awkward.
Cards have a nice slap to them, though.
Chris, the guy from Canada, said he couldn't believe the good time you were having with the flips. He went on and on about how much fun it was. We did do some flips. Yeah, I did. Let's see. I got here at 10 a.m. for a satellite on Saturday morning.
Yes.
And I flipped for the next 6 hours after that. And then got into the main.
Yes.
It was a lot of fun. I think people thoroughly enjoyed the sweats. And,
Yeah.
And it made the tournament better.
For anyone who doesn't know, what we're talking about is when we have a main event like this, players, especially in Houston, which is why someone from Houston won the first flip and go at the World Series of Poker. But
Ray won the first one. I won the third one.
Yeah.
DJ won one. We just flip better in Houston. We have a lot of practice.
DJ went on to win the bracelet, obviously, because he has the most experience in flips. But you just give everybody 4 cards, and then you basically run out of board, but you flip your cards over one at a time, and we leave the turn card face down. So you get a real sweat. You find out who's in the lead before that card, and then usually most everybody has some card that they're rooting for the turn to be. And so it can change. It could turn on a dime, or, you know, the best hand can hold, but it's a sweat. And we do it as a way, we usually take, 1/9 or whatever the buy-in for the main event is, or somewhere around there, and just run it out.
Just run it out.
Round in favor of the staff if we need to. And yeah, so we did, man, how many did we do
Like
on
35
Saturday?
or something like that. 33.
33 flips.
33 flips, and we added 20 seats and satties, and
If only we could have done 133 flips.
yes. Well, it wasn't for lack of trying.
It was not for lack of trying. That is true. Josh bet that 10 was a decent card for his hand. Oh, Josh S. So we just go with last names?
Stefanski.
Stefanski bet.
His last name is Very Stefanski.
Very Stefanski.
All right, here we go. 2 overs in a gutter, and not really believing the story. Likely just going check on the river here. Although Joshua being the pre-flop aggressor could try and steal this
Yeah.
pot. It's definitely a very good card. If his plan was to try and steal the river without making a hand, this is the card he was looking for.
If the call was...
Ace of Diamonds probably was better, but I love this bet. So does Supreme.
Supreme loves this bet.
Supreme loves this bet, and this is going to make a very, very hard decision on Joshua.
He's thinking about it.
A lot of times players get into these habits, and I'm not talking about Joshua, I'm just talking about in general, where they have so many chips that they might call off flight in the spot just because they're like, well, I can lose this to still have X amount, and that is not a very good mentality to have. You know, obviously you're always trying to accumulate, not just, well, I hope I'm right in this exact spot right here. I don't know Joshua at all. I'm not saying that that's what's going through his head. I just know that that is a typical habit that does go through a vast majority of poker players' minds. And something that we don't really talk much about on the streams is how different people can play on these streams.
Yeah.
They know their friends are watching. They might, man, if I'm right, this hero call.
Right. And sometimes you think they just slow down because they don't want to make a wrong decision quickly.
Right.
Like if you think about it,
Exactly.
You think he's thinking, if he has an ace, is he going to lead out? Because if he bets the turn, and then if you catch the ace, it looks sneaky, so someone's more likely to check it to get a check call out of it. And so he's wondering, why would he lead out with the ace here?
Yes and no. Like, as the original pre-flop aggressor, like, you have to play mind games, but what a call.
Oh, he does make the call.
What a call. He earned that pot, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Looking on the flip side of that, you don't really want to...
Did you hear what he said?
No, what
he
he
said, where did you learn that trick from? As soon as he called.
That's awesome.
I heard it in the background.
That's awesome. A lot of times, like when you make an ace, like let's just hypothetically say like you just have the ace-4 off there, raised a pre, whatever. You don't want to miss out on value too, because he's got to think that you have an ace. So is he really going to bet when the ace comes on the river for value? And if he is betting the ace river, he's likely to have way more tens than he does aces or whatever.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I thought both players played that hand very, very well. And that's the other thing. People always talk about, like, well, the guy that won the pot played the hand the best. That's not necessarily true.
Right.
You know, like, two people can play the same hand very well.
Yes.
And that was an instance of it.
I've won pots before, and I rarely play the hand the best. Sometimes they just all come out, and then you end up with the best hand.
I mean, aren't you like a 3-year reigning Thunder Valley champion or the same tournament or something like that?
Yes,
like,
that is true.
You can't say that you don't ever.
The Thunder Buddy champion.
Thunder Buddy champion.
Yes. From how long? Dano, verify how long I've been Thunder Buddy champion. Thunder. We had Ben Irwin in here.
I heard. I did not know about that.
Yeah.
Dan told me.
Yeah. 3-year running. See that? 3 years.
I have to go back and listen to you with Ben Irwin chat. When I was in Thunder Valley, y'all had some sort of main event going on here, something that was streamed, and I typed in the chat, I got Ben Irwin trapped in a car.
Yes. No, he came out. He had a good time. We showed him what Texas is all about.
Ben doesn't have very many bad times.
No, it's tough to have a bad time with Ben.
I love that guy.
He likes to turn it up.
Turn it up.
Yeah, that's what he would say. Likes to turn it up. Good friend of the stream. If you are unfortunate enough to be in California, you should check out Thunder Valley. It's in the Sacramento area.
I've only been there once, but I loved it.
It's the casino is great.
It really, and like anyone that knows me knows, I just absolutely hate casinos.
Yeah.
We never left the casino.
Yeah.
I mean, the steakhouse is great, and the casino itself is great. Like it was a good time.
The slots are loose. TV Poker Room, the prime social of California.
325.
Someone said Ben is the hammer of California. Said I would rather be the Ben Irwin of Texas.
Very nice.
This is the TV of the TX.
Oh, we're definitely going to be playing a pot here.
3 good hands. And they're all red.
That is probably my favorite poker line from a non-poker movie ever.
Yes.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I do.
Ocean's 11.
Yeah.
Guys, I got it.
All red.
All red. Wasn't it like somebody from like Dawson's Creek or something like that?
From that 70s show. It was, I don't know his name, but he was on that 70s show.
Nice. Action flop here. Joel's going to get away with not losing many chips this pot. I don't know what would have happened if he 3-bet, but he elected to flat out of the small blind with the ace-queen. I genuinely have no idea what's about to happen. Somehow this checks all the way through.
Yeah. That's...
I'm flabbergasted. Bradley 100% thinks he has the best hand, by the way.
Yeah.
Like, he's trying to get someone to bet the turn, and he's going to lose a lot of chips unless it comes a queen or an ace or a 10 on the river. Robert has to be betting here. He is. And another flat. And Joel's going to feel lucky that he didn't lose more chips in this pot.
Eight means Robert will still have the best hand. With the jack kicker. Chat's asking how long has this tournament been going on. This is day 3. There were 4 starting flights. Last Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Robert checks here. Probably going to get a bet out of it.
Yeah, and depending on his site, like it could have gone, it was going to go bet call or check bet call. So depending on Bradley's sizing here, it's going to determine like how much more or less he would have won in this pot. But there's just, I can't imagine a universe where he doesn't beat him in the pot here.
675.
That's 675.
Who's going to show me like 9-8 here or 9-10?
Ooh. There's no way though. Like,
I only beat King 10 to be honest.
Oh, did you hear what he said?
he said it's probably
said
King 10 to be honest.
He said I only beat King 10.
Oh, I think okay.
Yeah.
Well, Bradley didn't like hearing that.
No. I'm sorry, what?
Yeah. Excuse me.
If that's the only hand you beat, you should probably fold. Thinking?
I know, it's a really good price. Do you have King Queen? I mean, like, I don't even want to, it's like, it's so cheap, I don't even want to think about this.
I mean,
It's
I don't
so
know if
cheap.
this is like really.
There
Yeah,
it is.
there was just no way, and Bradley's going to be very disappointed seeing this hand get turned over.
Like, so
Wow.
He showed him the King 10,
Yeah.
saying good
What he said,
job.
Yeah, that's all I beat. Well, that's because he correctly assessed that he was betting for value. Like, I think he got the feel that that was, like, he wasn't bluffing. He was betting for value. And of his value hands, like, yeah, that's pretty much King, Queen,
Hey, you're back, buddy.
Ace, King, any hand with a 9.
I don't have my phone. I'll let him
All those value bet hands have him beat.
I mean, the only kings that, in my mind, if I'm him in that spot, that should be checking back the King 9-9 flop is the King,
Yeah.
the 9-9, the
Yeah.
King 9.
The King. King with the king kicker.
But when you raise pre with the king 10 and get the king 9/9 flop, and you check back the flop in position, you're really trying to get someone to bluff at the turn, and just unfortunately, just someone had them notched.
I want to get as much chips in the pot as I can. I'm the worst player here. I want to play big pots with everybody. Raise them again.
Now you're sweet talking us.
I'm the worst player here. I want to play the biggest pots I can with you guys.
The biggest pots I can. Claiming to be the worst player.
I love that speech.
Yeah.
Like, I mean...
Even when you're at the final table, a 900-player event. Ginny... Okay, no. Ginny T.Y. Detective. Ginny T.Y. Is that what it is?
TTY?
TTY. Talk to you later? Ginny, talk to you later, detective. No, talk to you. Talk to you, detective.
I think she's trying to see if we're detectives, if we could figure out this name.
Spoiler alert. Nope.
We cannot. But hello, Ginny.
Welcome and thanks.
And since you're in the chat, you want to help us out because this will drive us crazy if we can't figure it out.
Ginny TTY. I was thinking TTYL, but yeah, that's. I realized as I said later that there was no L.
Top pair versus bottom pair. Those grab. Okay, there we go.
Ginny TTY.
Well, welcome. Oh.
Oh, she's a detective for Ginny TTY. I get it now. Okay, we're on the same page. We got it now. Welcome to the stream. Happy to have you here. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for the follow.
I think after that last hand, the line that was taken by both players and that king 10 getting shown, it's going to help loosen up the rest of the table.
Yeah.
I think we're about to start seeing some chips move. Blind versus blind here. Robert bet flop and roll check top pair, or just flat at top pair. Now he's checking back top pair.
Yeah, when he picked up a gut shot to go with this 10 too.
I just have this weird feeling. Like, you know, you could always go like 7 hours of just like standard poker play. I don't know why. I feel like we're about to see some bloodshed. Like just the aces versus kings.
That's what we're here for.
Oh, I love to see the world burn.
I kind of do too. I'm not rooting for that for any one of these
No,
players.
of course not.
But I mean, at this point, I don't have to pretend like I want everyone to win equally, right? Like somebody's
gonna win.
Somebody's gonna win.
Somebody's gonna lose.
So I don't wish any bloodshed on any particular player. I would just like to see it.
Just typical bloodshed.
Right. Correct. Correct.
We saw some pretty nasty stuff on the feature table.
Yeah.
Man.
Did you see the quads?
Quads over quads.
Oh
and
my god, that's
quads over quads, aces versus kings a couple times. Just
rough. Could you imagine being near the money in the main event? You just look down at quad fours.
Yeah, like
flopped quads too.
I busted like almost at the exact same time.
Yeah.
But I busted with like ace 5 versus the 940. Not, you know, and I was like shaking people's hands and high fiving and be like, all right, guys, I'm heading back to Houston.
Yeah.
This guy might still be standing over that table trying to figure out what happened.
Yeah, explaining to the dealer. I don't think you understand. I had 4.
I had 4. I was tipping on faux.
Yes. It was 2 pair of
4s.
Is what I had. It feels like that's generally a favorite.
I mean, that's a hard hand to beat.
That is typically pretty hard to beat. All right, what's Raul thinking here? He's got top pair, just got bet into. It went bet call on the flop, check on the turn, and now betting 775. Robert was the pre-flop aggressor.
Such a troll.
That's good though. I like that. Fold, you toilet.
I think Anthony1445 is rooting for Robert.
I think so too.
That's my read on the situation. Right now, what's going through Rolo's head is, why did I check this turn?
Yeah. And he folds. Bet gets through. Nice bet there by Robert. Maybe
That previous hand probably helped him win this hand, too.
maybe somebody didn't want to be known as a toilet, so they just got the fold through. Lots of smiley emojis. Oh, are they laughing at fold you toilet?
Lot of Robert fans in the chat. We see the Robert fans. What about everyone else? Tell us who you're rooting for. I saw Bobo in there. I know who he's rooting for, Mr. Christopher Stats, as are plenty of Houston fans of poker. Travis, our resident Twitch, Facebook, and probably YouTube soon troll, is rooting for Christopher, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, welcome. All trolls are welcome. You do make the stream. I mean, you make it like I'm going to talk about you, so you make the stream. All trolls are welcome. We do have some fine sponsors of this Prime Poker Open. Did you know that?
We really do.
As soon as we see what happens with this, Stats flops his kicker, which puts him in the lead now.
I once saw Brad eat his 7-patty hamburger without breaking a sweat.
Wow.
Now, I'm upset, Vinny, that was not on Brad's bio sheet.
Yeah, seriously.
That's impressive.
How many other cool things have you done in your life where that doesn't even crack your bio sheet when you make the final table of a $1.5 million guarantee event?
Did he get called there?
Yeah, a bet call.
All right.
And Chris wins. It was a
Christopher looking for some value with that 4. Elected a bet river.
looking for and finding.
Found it.
So, the hotel that people stayed at while they were here, and that you should stay at if you ever come here. The Courtyard by Marriott Houston Westchase.
I said, to be fair, you could ask about my hand from them.
Ever heard of it?
I have heard of it. I've stayed there.
Just in case you didn't know, this is just off the top of my head. You
Yeah.
like to...
No rehearsal.
The hotel is in the heart of Houston's prestigious Westchase district off of Westheimer.
Somebody's getting out of line.
For their leisure travelers, located ideally situated between Houston's famed Galleria shopping mall and Houston's new hip and trendy city center, which is full of upscale boutiques and restaurants. Courtyard Westchase makes early morning easy with Starbucks coffee from the bistro. Then you can end your day unwinding in their gorgeous courtyard or cool off in the outdoor pool and spa. Make the Courtyard Westchase your home away from home.
I'm a little upset right now because you said at the beginning of the stream that you thought you were out of practice, and that was beautiful. Off the cuff.
Off the cuff.
Just
Yeah, that
nailed it.
found that one buried in the back of my dome. Just let it roll. Just rolls off the tongue. It is a good place. I stayed there.
Yeah, I've stayed there during several series. It's wonderful.
Nice. It's right down the street. They do always greet me in the morning with a coffee. I mean, I go down there and I give them money, but they
Yeah, I mean in exchange for money, but they still greet you.
they remember my name, or they call me Hammer. They call me Hammer and they wonder why that's my nickname.
Oh, here we go.
That's a
Here's and
check.
It's just like snap check. What happened here?
Nut flush draw and top pair. Feels like nobody wants to start playing until we get to the turn at this final table.
I think, man, this is brutal. I hope it doesn't cost too much to refelt this feature table because there's going to be blood on it from all these guys' knuckles from checking as fast and hard as possible.
Yeah, that was quick. Dar says keep deleting my comments. Did we delete Dar's comments?
The first thing I saw him say was, it was a little bit up there, but it's something about, I don't know. Oh, well, that's a much different flop. Oh, okay.
There it is. Yeah.
I don't know what's going
The
on
card just got switched on our graphics. The 4 was on the turn.
Well, I can assure you that this did not go check on the river.
It's no.
Because Joel's in position.
I think that's still the turn action. I think they're trying to get it fixed. But the board and the cards are correct. This is the nut flush versus a pair of jacks. Yeah, this is still on the turn because it shows 68-32%.
Oh, did the blinds go up, by the way? I think the blinds are 200K now.
I'll let you know.
If you look at the pre-flop action.
Justin, who is your co-host with you today? The Houston legend, poker superstar, Whataburger expert, Texan born. It's you.
Oh,
Chris
what happened?
Birchfield.
What happened?
Who is your co-host with you?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was trying to figure out. Yes. Hi, Chris Birchfield here. First time, long time. No. I was reading Dara's troll on Travis, and I loved it.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
Never mind. So when
I love you, Justin. I love you too, Jennifer. I once saw Brad win a poker match with one hand. Nice.
pretty good rate.
All right, we're still trying to figure out what exactly is happening here. That makes more sense. Okay, so the hand was over.
That's all you guys do out there, McAllen, is play fucking cards and pool? Like,
They were trying to get it right before they pushed the pot. I imagine it's going to click back on here in a second. Wow, that was timing.
Out of practice.
Give my brother the cards. It's Jennifer Clark.
Jennifer, I can assure you that for the rest of the tournament, he will get 2 cards. A lot of Brad fans in there. Love to see it.
Brad is the greatest man to ever walk this earth. Wow. Followed very closely by Jesus?
What? Oh, yes.
Number 2?
Close second. Back in action here. Brad, the greatest man to ever walk the earth, electing to call, it looks like. And we'll play a little mystery hand here with Bradley.
Two black cards on the all-red board.
Making a pair on the river, Joshua, but a one-liner and a blind versus blind hand for a wheel.
Oh yeah, that's solid analysis too.
What's that?
I said that's solid analysis too. That the pair versus the two black cards on the all-red board.
Yes.
Yeah, I think yours is a little better.
Check, and the
I see a
four.
four.
I see a wheel.
Four deuce.
The four deuce of clubs gets there. The five of hearts was the card that stopped him from betting a wheel there.
Did Robert win yet? No. We're gonna have to play it out all the way. Active chat. I seen Brad. I don't think I can read that out loud, Jennifer, but I'm glad to know that. I mean, it's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
I'll give her.
I'm a big Jennifer Clark fan now.
Yeah.
For the record.
Oh, all it took was for her to say she loved me for me to be a fan. Yeah.
Oh man.
Doesn't take a whole lot for me. I once saw Brad fly a plane that had no wings.
I heard a little 475 raise actually coming. The pretty Jack 10 of hearts.
That is.
I think Roberts and Bradley are in a pretty close first and second for most active so far in the final table.
Probably gonna get some action here.
Two of the bigger stacks going at it here. Joshua very disguising his hand here.
Sticky cards, it looks like. Both players flop a pair.
This could get a little hairy for Robert because as a pre-flop aggressor, mid-position, he's probably going to take a little C-bet stab at it here, probably for about 325, 350 if I had to guess. Oh, goes for 450. Never folding this hand, electing to flat. And if it doesn't come a spade here, great card for Joshua. Robert probably realizing that he's either on the flush draw or has some sort of ace. He's probably thinking more of the ace 4 to ace 8 region. Can't really put him on ace queen here, flatting out of the big blind. But he is not slowing down. For all you Robert fans in the chat, this man has heart. I will say that. 775 on the turn. And now Joshua has to be thinking if he's any good here. I mean, original razor. I can't see him folding, but there's got to be that little thought inside of his head saying, well, this could be a little hinky.
Yeah.
But we're not going to let it go. And Robert looking for a miracle here. Joshua seems pretty content to be check calling down here. Robert very instinctively gives up very quickly. I was kind of worried he was going full send there.
Maybe if that was a spade or picture card or something, he might have gone for it. If it was something that was more in line with that story, but the kinds of hands that are calling the turn are probably calling a lot of your river bets unless you just do the old grip it and rip it.
Here are your chip counts. Joshua with a big chip lead at 16 million. Robert in second place with 6.6.
That's a lot of chips. Have you ever had 16 million chips before?
In pesos.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, actually I have too in pesos. I don't know what the conversion is, but I had like 100,000. That's got to be close, right? All right, Robert wasted no time, jumping right back in it.
Back on the horse.
With
Next
the
hand.
55.
It's been a while for that.
It has.
Oh my goodness. You are out of practice. We had the 55 on the first flop, and we did not get the...
Oh, no.
What are you doing?
Do you know what the prize pool was in our last event?
Watch you tell us.
It was $500 buy, or 500 went to the prize pool. We had 110 players. 55! Exactly. The way the good Lord intended. Happy birthday to my cousin, Nick Kerr. Happy birthday, Nick Kerr.
Hello. Hello. Speaking of the way the good Lord intended,
Yeah.
one thing I love about these Prime, all the weekend tournaments here in Prime, is you can make the money and not bag. And you're already in the money on day two. None of this driving through traffic to not make the money on a day two.
It's good to not only not have to come out here and be in the money, but another thing that's not a whole lot of fun to do is come back, take a bad beat on your first hand, or bag 8 bigs because you're just barely in the money or not in the money at all, and then min cash and be done with your tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Here, you are in the top 8% of the prize pool when you come back for day two. So you're already fairly deep.
Mm-hmm.
You're already fairly deep, and you can min cash. You can hang on through the bubble and then min cash, and then still play again and try and do a little bit better, if you want to.
You think you're slow playing me.
We have a Discord?
I was just thinking that I was letting you. I was hoping that you would inform me if we did.
Join our Discord, which we obviously have, because it's being posted in there, so clearly. Stats for the win. Sawcon? Should probably start proofreading these.
We need a delay for our delayed stream. from the next main event's going to be delayed 30 minutes and 15 seconds.
I feel like Mo from The Simpsons.
Steering to the skid, baby. And we got a hand developing here.
Robert and Raul both with the pair. Robert with 2 queens.
And Robert being so active over the last couple of hands, I mean, this is a pretty one-dimensional hand for Raul, but him being so active might elicit a 4-bet, but I doubt it. And let's see what he elects to do. Oh, he has elected to 3 bets of 1.1 million.
Speak? Me?
Do your job, Hammer.
I've been talking this entire time. I read every setup that they put for me in the chat.
the bump set spike.
Yeah.
Oh man. Raul giving him the business with the stare down. Seeing if Robert's getting out of line here. Don't quote me on this, but this actually might be the very first hand that Raul opened. I don't think that he's raised a pot yet, and he has to know that Robert knows that.
Yeah.
So he's probably not getting too far out of line here.
Probably not the time to just take a shot.
I could be wrong on the V-pip there, but I'm pretty sure that was his first open.
Yeah, the only hand I really remember is when he flopped the top pair in blind versus blind.
Right, and he just checked his option on that one.
Yeah.
But it'll tell you what that one was. Obviously, you know. I just wish I'd been 3-bet.
With oh man, it's not Bradley. Who's got all the chips? The 16 million.
The player with 16 million is obviously Joshua. Stefanski.
Thank you. With Joshua having such a big chip bleed, it does kind of handcuff the rest of the players here because these pay jumps are so massive. Joshua being the first one to elect to get it in here, and he is not going to like this outcome. Raul is never folding this hand, and we may have our first elimination of this final table. Joshua finding himself down to just over 10 big blinds. And, I mean, I was just about to give the ICM speech right as this was happening.
Oh,
and
finds
ace
an
from
ace.
space.
Was at risk with the worst hand. Finds the ace on the turn.
And as I said, he's not going to like this outcome. I lied to all of you. He loved it.
Yeah, and
now Raul on absolute fumes.
3.5 bigs, 4 bigs.
For 4.5. Yeah, 4.5 bigs. 200K big blind. 200K big blind, and he's about to post 100 in the small.
That story checks out. 4.5 bigs.
So Raul will be trying to find a hand here very, very quickly. As I was about to start saying, was the guys in between 3rd and 7th are all kind of around the same area of chip counts. Obviously a little bit different.
Yeah.
But no one can really afford to go full send on their chip stacks with these pay jumps the way that they are, and you just saw what they were up on the screen. You know, we're not playing for a little bit amount of money here. You know, we're playing for.
What do you think all the other players at the table were rooting for in that hand?
They were rooting for the 2 jacks to hold up, but they also realized that obviously anybody could spin in any amount of time. 4 bigs, you could 3 hands later have 20 bigs. Raul could not love to see this anymore. Unfortunately for him, he's going to get no action. Just fold it around to him, and he just has it. Yeah, look at him. He's like, of course.
Now they fold.
And that's it. But that's the other thing too. Going back to ICM, like Robert's been so active, he might, like if he had 10 bigs, he might have raised button there. But Raul, with only having 4 big blinds, if he raises at all, he's gonna have to call off light. And he doesn't want to double up a player as good as he is.
Right.
So really unfortunate timing there. That just no one had anything at all there. Especially because Chris can't fold much there, but he can fold the 4 deuce off for sure.
Yeah, I like the notes. I'm gonna ask anyway. Just know if I come in, guys. If I come in, I'm willing to call 1.15. Noted. Noted.
Half shots.
Yeah, the next pay jump is $12,000. They're guaranteed $42,000 right now. Next pay spot is $54,000. So all the other players at the table, if those jacks hold up, they just make $12K.
That's like 5.5 buy-ins into this tournament.
That's it's like 1/10 of the overlay.
It's like 1/10 of the overlay.
Way more than that, but yeah, you know. Josh raises the 2 sevens here.
More fucking shit. Where'd you get those from? Like you just had like 10. Like what are you doing?
What are you
Very
doing?
active in the talking department.
Wait, that was $1 million.
It's all my fault. Don't worry about it now.
That was only like $1 million though. Right? I can't believe you
Yeah,
fucking
small
queen there. That's
font.
sick. Nah, I mean, well, I don't know. You might have got more, but crazy. I don't know. Yeah. You might have got. It's a bad
Here's a
run
quick
for
look at the
DD,
B-pip.
You know what I mean? You too.
Oh, I was way off on roll.
How the fuck do I know the jam there? I can't jam.
It's a little higher than.
Turning into a bluff, right?
My apologies. I was having way too much fun in the booth here.
Once you get going on Whataburger, it's pretty tough to.
It really is.
Oh, I didn't. No. Hi, Jack. Hey, buddy.
You know what else is delightfully, sinfully good to eat?
What's that?
Better than your mother's cookies.
You darn right they are.
I'm just saying, that just came out of nowhere, man. Like, I was thinking, you know what I want right now?
Better than your mother. Also a proud sponsor. Did you know that?
I
Or you were
don't
just saying
know.
that?
I
Yeah.
just was craving it. They're a sponsor here?
Coincidentally, they are also a sponsor.
We should get them a spot on this felt.
They actually are on the felt.
I'm really not paying attention, guys.
Better
Jesus.
than your mother's cookies. They are a cookie company. You order them. They send you all the pre-made ingredients to make right from your home. And they are, I don't even know your mother's. I don't want to be insulting. I don't want to like put them down in any way. I'm sure
You're about
mother's
to
cookies
blast like
are
190 people's mothers right here.
are great. But better than your mother's are, in fact, better than your mother's.
It's actually in the name.
Did you know you're not even allowed to name a company better than your mother's unless it has been studied, tested,
Scientifically proven.
scientifically proven that they are in fact better than your mother's? And better than your mother's is and are better than your mother's.
Above average flop for Bradley here when you call a raise with a jack 8 of diamonds. And he loves his turn, not only because he made a flush, but because Joshua raised pre, and he's praying that he has an ace.
Yeah, ace of diamonds is...
So sight unseen, if I'm Bradley, I'm betting turn here, praying that he has an ace. Especially because a lot of people, when they flop a flush draw, they just go ahead and try and build a small pot by leading flop. So Joshua can't think that he has a flush here if he had an ace.
Yeah.
So...
And
very disappointing snap fold.
yeah, flushes are so hard to make. Once you finally get one, you do kind of... I don't know. Y'all got me scared to read these.
I'm not even looking at that screen anymore.
You know what else? Look at right there while we take the look at Fat Boots Trailer Park Bar. Ever heard of it?
I have.
Of course you have. It's from the creators of the world famous Coyote Ugly. Comes Fat Boots Bar.
Like that Leanne Rimes movie?
Right. Yes.
Is that how people refer to it?
Yes, exactly. Where they dance on the bars, and it's so fun, hip, and cool that they made a movie out of it.
What?
Yeah. Well, not only did those creators make the bar that made a movie, but also Fat Boots Bar. An ode to trailer park chick. 2,000 square feet of endless Polaroid opportunities for the TikTok and selfies generation. Only we call them trail fees. Visit one of the funnest bars in Houston, located in the Heights. Fat Boots Trailer Park Bar.
I'm in.
I'm in. I love trail fees.
I love trail fees.
Josh with 2 queens here. Brad raised the button with Jack 8. Jack 9 of clubs folds. 2 queens.
I'm assuming that this is going to get... Joshua's actually been playing pretty close to the vest. Like, he has not 3-bet very much with very big hands. I don't know if he's trying not to minimize his chances to lose some chips here, but let's see how he opts to play this hand.
Yeah, I need a bathroom break.
I once saw
Those are
Brad
not-
maul a brown bear.
Yeah, I'm going after this.
Those are not calling. Did he put out raisins?
Yeah, those were definitely raisin chips. And this hand's going to be over.
Sean Rice in the chat says go stats.
Sean Rice. I love that guy.
Sean Rice. Good dude. Texas dude.
After Texas Tech dude. He loves Texas Tech. After we finish up this little enchanted Christmas special,
Yes.
I know that here at Prime Social in Houston, Texas, at 7801 Westheimer Road.
Correct. Yes. Enchanted. Prime's Enchanted Christmas coming up.
Enchanted.
Correct.
Me and Sean are going to be in Aruba.
Nice.
With some other people after the series, of course.
Yes, I'm actually fine if y'all want to go to Aruba, check that out. Get some few days. I would like to go to Aruba myself.
You should come.
I would.
You might need a vacation, buddy.
I get like, I think I get 45 minutes off before the next series starts.
Yes.
So I'm going to soak it in, enjoy it. Do you think Jennifer wants her brother to get some cards?
So someone earlier in this chat goes, Jennifer, you have not stopped, and her response was, well, because I haven't given my brother the cards yet. And that's about as ABC as you can get. I mean,
she's nothing if not consistent.
Nico Buckets, what's up?
When you check the turn, I know you got me beat. You got me 4 beat. You know what I mean? So like, I got up at the river, and I gotta make.
Aruba is not ready for Birchfield.
So, fun facts, Jonathan. That would normally be true, but that is my second home. I've like literally lived there for near a quarter of my life. Me and Aruba get along like this, son. And that's me crossing my fingers.
Yes, he's doing it. I can verify.
Verify.
Jonathan got a nice little third place.
He did
last night.
He absolutely in the send-off.
Send-off. Hit the guarantee in that. I don't know. Yeah.
As our
it's easier to just describe the ones that we did.
As our resident Travis Troll pointed out to me yesterday, that the only tournament that hit the guarantee was the one that I was here for the entire time.
Yeah.
So I was not in for 1 bullet or 2 bullets either.
You are even a better sponsor of Prime than Supreme.
I will take that. Tables. Yes, I will take that.
Okay, amigo.
Little King 10 versus Queen 10 action. Cutoff raise. We got a defender.
Ooh, top pair versus flush draw.
Second nut flush draw.
So is that you look in your cards and you act?
No, I'm dead serious. I checked them. I said it in my head, and then when I put them down, I looked at this and I forgot exactly what cards I had. I checked. No, I checked. Sorry. No, I'm sorry. I checked.
It looked like Joshua was checking out the other players' reads on that speech there. He gave like a side eye of, y'all buying this or what?
Yeah. I don't. He said he didn't check. He forgot his exact cards, so he checked them again. Is that what he was saying?
Yeah. I think Joshua was questioning.
Did he make?
Like, did he call blind? And that might have been what he was checking on, but I can't imagine that he actually believed that.
Oh, now she's getting more specific. Give my brother the heart.
The heart. One of the best speeches of any movie of all time. What does your team need to win this game?
Heart?
They need heart. And then Keanu Reeves comes and saves the day in the replacements.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say, this sounds like a terrible movie. Terribly great.
Terribly great.
Yes.
Cult classics.
Yes. He does the Keanu Reeves walk-off at the end.
Yes. I've said this for a couple streams now. We really need like a box-in-box camera in here.
Nobody got to see my amazing Keanu Reeves like just walk impression. Caught my first two today, sir. That's not a heart.
Check. And
It's gotta be good.
Joshua electing to take the safe path here of checking back top pair. Doesn't want to get raised.
He said queen high. That's got to be good.
Easily valued but here. Good shit.
Taylor Swift songs are actually all about Brad.
That's fantastic.
That is good.
That's a really good one. Congratulations, Craig. That's a great line.
I'm thinking about fucking check jamming you on
Do you think Taylor Swift actually is in search of love or only dates people for more material? Do you think she is actually trying to find someone to grow old with and marry, or like, I'm out of ideas?
I know, I can tell.
One of
And I
the
respect the shit out of it, just be real.
funniest roast jokes I've ever heard on one of those deals
Like it.
involved Toby Keith and country songs. and I'm afraid to say it on stream, even though everyone knows what a roast was.
Yes.
Because it is very much a shock and awe, but along the same lines of that.
Yes.
Is he really patriotic, or is he really rooting for something really bad to happen to this country to make another couple $1 million off a song? That's the very censored version of it.
Yeah. I think I remember this one, actually. Lots of... Okay, I'm going to sneak out for a bit. I'm letting Reese come in. He's going to take my spot.
Reese in the house.
I'm going to put on my uniform while I go outside and do some of my TD duties. I will be back and tap him out. Enjoy Reese in the booth. I will BRB.
BRB.
That stands for be right back.
My man. We got Reese stepping on in here. Welcome to the booth, my friend. How
Hello,
are we
Chris.
doing?
What's up, buddy?
Not a whole lot. Just
Thank you, Mr. Hammer. Greatly appreciate it. Oh, chick counts. Look at that.
we
Got a
are.
lot of hearts in the chat, Chris. They love you, buddy.
No, that was she
No?
was rooting for a Hearts on the River for her brother.
Ah, gotcha.
She was going full send on the
Full
bring
heart.
off-
She was going full heart, huh?
She was.
Full heart.
We needed a heart for her brother on the river. It did not come. Now, he definitely is probably the most active one at the table. There he is. He's going to be opening again on the button with a couple of quacks.
Tut.
Raul is desperately trying to find a hand to get it in with after he took that beat with the two jacks for CA6. And this gets through very easily and uncontested with.
Hey, buddy. It's awesome to have you at the booth.
Yeah, it's been a while. I've been-
Yeah. Justin giving me a break, you know. Been
Yeah.
streaming for the last 14 days. I like it when he comes in here. Different commentators. But, you know, learning a lesson from the best TD in the business.
He
Well.
is that. I got a lot of love for that guy. Definitely has.
How about that cut card? Hey, if Ben is there, from Mr. Thunder Valley, if you're watching, please tell me how that garage cut card's going. Because it don't looking like it no more, Ben. Shout out.
Yeah, to
Shout out, Ben.
Irwin.
Yes, sir. Mr. Thunder Valley himself.
Thunder Valley, the poker room. Dano, you gotta be back there pretty quickly, don't you?
Soon.
Like today. Today, yeah. We
Bradley's going to look down here at some sixes.
see, we were never going to make this a 3-day tournament. We just wanted to make Ben sweat a little bit and keep you here for a
Yeah,
little bit longer.
absolutely.
We're very selfish with your time. Yes.
There we go.
We should make that a hashtag.
Now have
Make Ben
Chris,
Twitch.
Chris, have players been pretty aggressive leading out, or with pairs, or no?
It's been very, I don't want to say tight. Like, most opens are getting through. Very few 3-bets. Like, we've seen a lot of ace queens flatting raises and playing very conservatively.
So this flat here from sixes has been kind of common right now?
Yes, very common.
Okay. It's a good flop for him, too.
No one's really gotten out of line so far. It's been relatively calm, except for one 11 big blind shove that got called by 2 jacks, and the ace-6 outran the 2 jacks for a double. So,
Gotcha.
and again, with 11 bigs, that's not unstandard by
Nah.
any means. So
Robert's gonna check behind.
Bradley just
you lead out
checking
here
full
for-
houses.
Yeah, checking full houses. Exactly.
I
At this
am-
point, you getting value at this point, right?
Well, I'm not a fan of that river from the 2 6s, but also most king highs are going to be betting at some point in this hand in position. So, and ace high is probably going to be content to just win this hand with ace high or something.
Yeah, he's just wondering.
He thinks that he has the best hand.
Sure.
It should be consent. And
Yeah, I think that this would. I mean, it's showdown, and
Played once or twice.
2 6s are going to take it.
7 players left. Showdown, ace 9, with a
Good card to bet.
board like that. It's okay to be like, I'll see. Yeah, why put any more money else in there? I got this. I got it. No.
Well, he's going to. He's really typically only going to get called by a hand that beats him.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, if he had the best hand, he can check and still win the same amount of chips. If he bets and gets called, he's likely losing a very big portion of the time. So,
Vincent, how you doing? Reese here in the booth for the moment with Chris. Nice little special guest here.
Full house. Like,
Justin is doing some TD stuff. I am taking in the place at the moment.
is it really though? We're heads up there and like. I don't know.
We were actually going to do, until the new daily change, we're actually trying to get a 1-3 short deck live stream tonight. Yeah.
nice.
We were trying to. This is going to obviously take over for tonight, but I'm going to try to get that going next week. Different things in our streams. We're going to start streaming 4 or 5 days a week again. A little bit of breakage.
Ain't
Not too
nothing
shabby.
wrong with that.
No, sir. I'll see here. So here for the holidays, and then out and about traveling again, huh?
Yeah. Life on the tour.
Gotta love it. Done that for years, my friend. Years. It's fun. My kids love it until they don't love it, and then you're just like, one day you're just like, what happened for the last 12 years?
Right.
You're just like,
You
what?
blinked and everyone's grown up and.
Hi, Vincent. We're good, man. We're good. We got 7 players left here, enjoying the final table of the main event. 1.5 million guarantee here at Prime Social, 7801 Westheimer Road, Houston, Texas.
1.5 million guaranteed, and they guaranteed it. They
Yeah, we
didn't
did.
change nothing.
Nothing.
They had a
Hey, nothing like a company that just says, hey, look, these are our kahunas. We're sticking with it. We're not changing nothing, right, Chris?
well, yeah. I mean, not only that, but like me and Justin talked about earlier, they have that little clause. It's not just Prime, but in every single tournament that structure sheet you'll ever see, it says we have the right to change, reserve, or do whatever we need to do. And they had a legitimate argument to be able to do that. And they decided that they're just going to stick to their guns and show that out of, I don't know, I'm not talking about any other club. I'm just talking about Prime.
Talking about Prime.
Prime is going to do the right thing when it comes to what they say they're going to do. There's no better place for tournaments.
Absolutely.
There's no better place for structures. And they just
Even
proved.
people at the final table, they're just like, God, Justin, thank you so much. This tournament's just got a great structure.
Yeah, and
Guys, both players flopped a pair on this board. Bradley's got the best of it right now with ace-10 pair of 10s. Or, I'm sorry, Joshua's got the best with ace-10. And then Bradley's got queen-5 with a pair of 5s. Middle pair here. Both players, one bets out 375, the other player calls. So, oh, got a spade draw out there.
Quite a bit too.
Josh got the spade blocker here, so not content. Kind of feel comfortable to keep on leading out here again.
yeah, for sure. Like,
Yeah.
he's. The only reason to check back this is if he's trying to elicit a bet on the river from Bradley, but this random kind of board texture out of the small blind, like, we're just going to bet, and we're okay with almost any outcome.
Oh yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
If he folds, and cool. If he calls, even better.
Yeah, even better.
Hey, what you doing, man? What you doing? Everyone in the chat, how we doing?
Give my brother the money, Jennifer says.
Check out our new surprise Discord that me and Justin didn't know about. Links are right there.
Wow, hello.
Yeah. How many events in the new series in December? That we are
Hasn't
not
been disclosed yet.
Yeah, we haven't fully made the schedule yet. We're gonna let Justin take exactly a 45-minute nap after this tournament's over, and then force him to go back to work.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I can tell you that it's going to start on December 1st with a industry poker tournament that will lead into an enchanted Christmas special with 2 weekend tournaments. So
Frogman, how we doing?
it's going to be likely a 12-day series.
Oh yeah. 10 or 12, right? Somewhere around there.
I think it is 12, and I think it's going to be like 10 events.
The buy-in was 1,700.
Oh my, we got a hand here. Raul found a hand, and Chris Stats is not letting this go. He's going to be 3-betting here to isolate, and Raul will be at risk here. And we can see that he lost one more deuce there.
Yep.
So that is not good for him. Joshua lets it go. Chris is going to love the spot that he's in.
Now he doesn't have any of his suit covered, so any heart, any spades run out. Some draws out here for him as well for Raul to stay in this tournament at the moment.
And here we go. Clean,
Right, so
clean
run
flop.
out there. It's got one out.
And 2 9s are going to win it. Raul with a 7th place finish.
Congratulations, sir.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
The obvious the misfortune of running 2 jacks into the ace-6-0 for nearly all of his chips was the blow to his stack. Nothing he could do there.
Sure.
We talked about the ICM implications a little bit, but once he lost that pot, he's down to 4 to 5 big blinds.
Big blinds, yeah.
It's time to.
Because these players are so deep right now, too, Chris, right? Like they're
Well, sort of. Like, one player's got like 16 million, and the rest are kind of like down here. Here's our chip counts, actually.
yeah, okay, so 16.
So, we got a couple guys. We got 5 players between 5.2 and 6.5.
Chris, did I see that right? $1,700 buy-in. 7th place got $42,000.
7th place got 42,000.
Okay. I knew that, guys. I wanted you guys to know that. Yeah. That was a nice little pay. And hey, guess what? Everyone just got a ladder bump. Bump up.
Pretty sure that was a 12K difference there for the rest of these players. I think it's about 54 to 55K next. Dan, if you want to do a little verification.
Verify us, Dan.
54,930.
He had that little twang that come out. You hear that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Texas twang.
Yeah. Twang. There we go.
Payouts in the chat.
So now everyone's guaranteed $54,930. Chris, at this point, too, normally what I've seen on our final tables, or in final tables in general, once that first bus goes up, too, ranges start to change. Like we see, chip stacks start to formulate between the top end and the bottom end, right? Like you said, everyone's kind of like right now in that range of 9 and 6,000, and you get the chip leader at 16 million, right?
Well, let's see here. The shortest stack, I think, is right around 5 million at 200K. So they still have 25 bigs. So there's 5 players between 25 and 30. Let's just call it 35 big blinds. And then one person with like
70?
a gazillion. So so it's tough. Like, next payout is 55,000.
Yeah.
And the difference between 6th place and 2nd place is a staggering like 120,000 or something like that.
Exactly.
So typically, you're not wrong at what you were saying as far as like chip stacks start to go and stuff like that. As we give a shout out to Thomas Gallagher. Thanks for the follow.
Welcome to Prime Family.
But this is a little bit different of a situation. No one wants to get too far out of line.
Sure.
25 bigs is definitely enough to maneuver with. And really, this is a great opportunity for our chip leader to just start stacking them up.
Yep.
Yeah,
Lean.
like just, raise.
Yeah. Which it seems exactly what he did, hitting his pair here. Middle pair, king 7.
Yep, and Robert, the other active member at the table defended the ace deuce of clubs appropriately, and another follow. A Maxwell
5. Thank you. Go
Thank you
ahead.
for the follow.
Welcome to the Prime family.
Trust me, buddy, I know. Trust me, I know.
Oh, one more.
I'm well aware. I haven't made one in fucking 200
Outlaw
days.
Sooners.
What up? Thanks for the follow.
Welcome to Prime family. I like it. All these people coming in. Listen to the voices of Chris and Reese here in the booth, Prime Social.
It is it's not every day that on a Monday afternoon we can watch 7 people battle out for $250,000.
I
But
know.
that's exactly what we're doing here at Prime Social.
I like it. I like it kind of coming in the daytime, not like 8, 10 o'clock at night, going to live stream till 4 in the morning. Like, it's different coming in the daytime. I could see light coming in, Chris. Light!
Well, normally we see light, but it's because the sun's coming up when these things are over.
All right.
It depends what you do, like where's a better place to live, you know what I mean? But if you play poker, you know,
Oh, man. Here we go.
Matthew JJ22.
What up? Thanks for the follow.
Welcome to Prime family.
yeah, but not like this, buddy.
Oh, my 9-7 hand.
But not like this.
Come on, stats. Let's go. Be a little aggressive.
Yeah, I mean, you get some tough lineups over here. But
We didn't fold.
I like it. I like it.
He has elected to defend. I've seen a couple sticky stats comments in there.
Oh, I see it.
The window card.
See it.
I know, it's been downhill.
Chris takes the lead with his 7. Top pair for him right now. Goes check, check. Standard.
Check again.
Oh,
We got it looked like a 5 on the river. We'll get an overhead shot of these cards here in a second. I'm not sure what the turn came to make Chris check again.
Yeah, I mean,
I like a straight card or pair
Nah,
card.
straight. Almost all straight cards are going to help him.
Well, Chris leading out here, so it looks.
I wonder if he turned to third 7. No,
How
he,
about River?
he
Yeah.
rivered a third 7.
River third 7.
Try to get a little sneaky with
Yeah.
the bet of almost $1 million. And it looks like they're going to take a 5 to 10 minute break here to, use the facilities, grab a drink,
Refresh
things of that
themselves.
nature.
Huh?
Beer 30.
Beer 30.
I bet I know a guy that might want a Heineken.
Oh, yeah?
Think so. Hell, yeah, stat. I might go join them. I'm going to take
ahead,
a little
bud.
break. I have also got to use the facility for a
I will
second
be here. You're good.
Yeah, I'll go for it.
Hey, guys, what's up?
Dan Ross is going to come. Dan Ross going to join the chat here for a couple minutes. I will be right back.
I kind of feel like that middle reliever, the guy who comes in the 6th. Okay,
Oh, yeah?
Who throws an
I don't
83
even know
mile
what
an
that's
hour
like.
fastball and you rip it off the out of town scoreboard?
Boom, it's gone.
Yeah.
Dan the man.
Morning, sir.
Guys, if you do not know, Dan Ross here, he's got multiple websites, so just look it up. But that being said, he is the man who takes care of all of our stats and our
MakeMateandCreate.com.
Makeandcreate.com.
Or something to that.
My God. Gotta love it.
Yeah, so we're hanging out in the background here,
Yeah,
making
we're here
sure
with you
that
guys.
it's weird. Working a day where 30 minutes of the day didn't happen. You evaporate the first 30 minutes of the day and then you start working.
Yeah.
So working on a delay.
Yes.
So you're not really hearing us right now. We're not really here.
We're half an hour ahead of life schedule right now. Into the future, sir.
And with already having a time change
Yes, last week.
during this tournament,
We
I don't-
gained an hour, right?
I don't know whether to scratch my watch or wind my backside. I'll clean that up.
How about both?
Okay. And that made Josh leave.
DJC 1211. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Prime family.
Started
Thank you,
following
guys.
just in time. You missed that one.
Hey, guy, me, Andy Pickles, tying actions. Yeah, okay. Global United. Don't know exactly how to read that, but all right.
I think you read that as don't read it.
Gotcha. I mean, I'm dyslexic already, so it's kind of half word backwards, forwards kind of for me, but like when it really messes you up, yeah, I'm like, okay, whatever.
Okay. Reese just explained the last 11 years.
I tried 30. Guys, so if you could tell right here, 100K chips are the white ones, the 25K chips are the blue ones. We might be getting our 500K chips coming out soon. Will be a little bit of a beautiful prime blue turquoise kind of look.
Yeah, we'll be seeing the 500,000 chip coming out because there are 45 million chips in play. So I don't want to say that
45 million.
I don't want to say that this was a deep tournament or anything, but when we started day 2, there were 4,500 big blinds in play to start day 2.
It wasn't a deep. It was a deep tournament. It was an abyss tournament. Okay, ew, the abyss.
Oh, you went a bad place. Do you know what the abyss is?
Endless.
The abyss goes back to a tournament at the world's largest poker room. That actually is probably a good thing here. Thanks to it, Justin Hammer's here.
Yes, Justin Hammer is
But
here,
that-
tournament director.
The Abyss was a tournament that took place at the Commerce. And then Justin
Well-
Hammer arrived here.
Global, be careful, mine are pierced. I'm not sure if you want to ask that question. You know?
Yeah. Things we don't need to know for 800, Alex.
Matthew, we see you, buddy. So, guys, again, thank you for being here in the live stream. Greatly appreciate it. I'm glad that you guys are here and taking care of everything with us, supporting us here on the live stream. We got plenty of people here in the booth right now, and, you know, you guys here supporting us. Greatly appreciate it, and we want to let you guys know that. On top of that, yeah, we will be having a series come. We will have a series come in soon. So that being said, you can follow us on our Prime social links and our socials. On top of that, you could also, hey Joy, how we doing? We can also check us out
now,
through.
well, I gotta interrupt here.
What?
You do notice that my wife came on to the stream to say hello to you.
Yeah,
That's
because
only-
I'm awesome, Dan.
Well, that's only fair because your wife has to say goodnight to me now.
Oh my God, Joy!
So
if
it's only
you,
fair.
Did you tell her?
I didn't yet.
Oh, Joy. Okay, I got it. Hi, sweetie. We miss you. We miss you. I do, Dan. We do that. Okay, so listen to this
Love you
real
too.
quick. You can't wait. You gotta wait for this. Lisa literally texts me and says, "I just saw this. It reminds me of Dad." It's literally a picture of a back of a car that literally said certified. She just said, "Think of Dad. Think of Dad, not me." I'm like, wait, what? I was like, what is that? But yeah.
That's what happens when Joy's not here to take photos of the final
Oh,
table.
I know. Hey, she took a photo of the final table when I was setting it up. Probably one of the best poker pictures I have.
Because
it
you
was
looked
great.
like you were about to kill everybody in the
I
apartment.
was Assassin's Creed on Halloween. Of course I looked like I was about to kill everybody. Like, Erica says, let's go, Robert. Robert is still in the mix. We have 6 players left here at our final table. One has been eliminated. He got a nice payment of $46,000. We are now at $54,460 or something like that, I think.
Reese, what are all the payouts?
Yeah, we could go through them. I like that. The payouts are $262,260 for first.
I do like the fact that you start from the top.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not like who's next out.
No. Who's first? Because
Last stack standing.
anyone can still be in this right now. Second place, $173,830. Third place, $128,180. Fourth place, $95,560. Just shy of $100K. Just a pinch. Just a smidge. Under 100K. And then fifth place, everyone is now at $72,040, and then now everyone's guaranteed at the moment $54,980.
Okay, I'm going to help Vincent out here. Is asking how the 1.5 million guarantee works. So when a tournament is offered, if a guarantee is mentioned, that is the minimum amount that is going to be paid out in the tournament. Should the guarantee not get there, the house is guaranteeing to add the difference. Well, in this tournament,
guess what? We only got 898 players.
898 players. That brought the prize pool to 1.347 million, which meant.
Wait, that's not 1.5? That math doesn't work. Doesn't work.
It means that Prime Social spent $153,000 for the people to play this tournament.
I love it.
That's third place.
And they kept their word.
See that?
Yeah, that's
better than third place money.
Yeah.
So Prime just said, you know what? We'll pay third place. Y'all put up the rest.
There you go.
And
Free money, free money.
Free money, honey?
Yeah, free money pay. Chris.
I don't know, but Chris just did the...
Oh, my God, that was amazing. I like it.
He just did the Steph Curry shimmy.
Oh.
He just shimmied down the court after hitting a three.
We're old enough. Can we do the old school
Joy,
ping pong?
Chris is shimmying. I can't handle this.
Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy.
I got to leave. I'm going to hand it back to Chris because it just hurt my eyes.
Show us some magic tricks. John, I can't show you nothing. The magic tricks is all the cards are here. Hey, I'll tell you a magic trick, John. In literally 3 minutes and 22 seconds, these cards are going to be mixed into each other and faced back down, and cards are going to be back in the air for the last 6 players to duke it out for $262,000. That is a magic trick I could do in about 3 minutes.
$262,000?
Wow, I was good until the yeah. Do I send bromance in the booth?
No, we
Joy,
hate each other.
you will always get bromance with me.
No, we hate each other. Yeah. Actually, Joy, we're trying to convince Reese to come out for one of the tournaments at Thunder Valley.
Thunder Valley. Yeah, I think I might have to take the family.
We're going to get Reese out here.
That
of course, he's not allowed at the house,
trip.
but...
No, we can do road trip. Family road trip.
Let's go, Richard.
You guys love it. Anthony, hopefully you enjoy that. That was a smooth transition. I try really hard. I got to keep my, I'm a little bit different of a commentator. I kind of, when you're level grade 4 dyslexic and dysgraphic, sometimes you just got to work it to your advantage. Hey, look at that. What'd I tell you? Start that move. Goosebumps I got on my left arm.
Wait, Joy is threatening to mess with the cards there. Just so the OCD dealers would twitch.
OCDs. Yes, Reese.
All right, speaking of that, we do have the dealers moving the beautiful cut card back into place. We're about back with
and it's such a good cut card. Ben, you should be proud of me.
So the next one will say your logo here. And by the way, so Reese, help me out. Your logo here.
Your logo here.
Tell me.
If anyone wants to advertise on our next felt, which will be soon in a couple of weeks, we will be advertising your logo right here. If you go and text us or email us to info@primesocialtx.com, we can give you the stats of what it is to take your company, whether you own a pool company, fencing company, construction, gaming, whatever it is. If you want to advertise it, we can go ahead and do an advertising here. And just send us an email, info@primesocialtx.com, and boom, your logo will be right there. Your logo here.
Support the stream.
Yes.
Speaking of support, Chris gets supported with Queens first hand.
How about that? First hand back. Let's go. I'm back. Jennifer, nothing happened. Queens and stats hand immediately after break.
And Coop opens to 6 1/4, and Chris wakes up with Queens. Where is he going to take it? 1.5, or will he go harder?
I wouldn't be surprised if this is actually a shove.
That's a 10x shove.
I wouldn't be surprised.
We'll see.
Chip stacks are about completely even, right?
Yeah.
So maybe this is just a, hey, if you got it, you got it. I'm going to put full pressure on you with queens.
And
If you have something like ace jack, ace queen, you're going to go for your tournament life.
First hand back from break. Everybody's like, oh, what's up?
You like Robert's beanie? I like it too. Oh, hey, what did I do? I called that one.
Hey, buddy, you not know how to play poker? You don't
Oh.
know how to play poker, huh? Alright. Good hand. I can't call that.
So I'm going to disappear. I'm gonna
Robert's
disappear from the commentary when you see someone raise Coop there.
Mm-hmm.
Saw from the last couple of days, he's always good for a lot of comments when action's on him.
Oh, yeah.
So you see him with cards in, we're going to kind of disappear to the
Oh,
back.
he likes his table talk, so.
And it's cool. Producer Josh is working on a few things here to amplify the table talk for future
Nice.
streams. Kind of mute the background noise, the music that'll come across every once in a while, and turn it over even a little more to the players.
She's doing Fogma with the cards. iFan, hello, welcome from Indonesia. Tommy Morgan, SLTX. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to Prime Family. Greatly appreciate you coming on. Miss Serena in the background. Oh, Bradley's gonna shove here with King Queen.
Into King Queen of Hearts into King Ten of Hearts.
Ooh.
Does Coop have some gamble in him? Doesn't look like it.
This is gonna be. If this is called, one of them's tournament life will be at risk here.
He's upset because he just got jammed on the previous hand, and he had Ace 7. Now he has King 10.
He's trying to put him on something. Oh.
He almost started taking that one
Bradley's
personal.
good.
It's like,
Yeah.
why is everybody always picking
Well,
on
it's
me?
the second lead out he's done since break, and now he's had to just, he's also lost 1.1 1.1 million in the last two
20%
hands.
of his stack, the
Yep.
first two hands, and he didn't get to see a flop.
Exactly.
So, nosebleed stakes.
Michael Miller, let's go monster. Michael, which one's monster? Which one do we call monster?
Richard the Dealer. They're saying the dealer is a mechanic. Richard the Dealer is so good. He was named Dealer of the Series. And Prime Social has a promotion for Dealer of the Series each time. Your Dealer of the Series, the house buys a main event entry for the Dealer of the Series, and the dealer plays for 50%.
Like
House doesn't get the
Robert.
other 50%.
Gotcha, Miller.
The other 50% goes to all the dealers.
Right,
So
right,
if
right.
that dealer cashes in the tournament, that dealer gets to keep half of it. All the other
Other
dealers
get the other half.
chop it.
Nice. I like it.
Having trouble getting Josh's cards to read of late.
There we are.
And there we pick up trays.
Fat Boots Trailer Park Bar. What they called them? Trail fees.
Yeah, I don't need to know that.
It's that way. It's that way. I know that for a fact.
That one we did determine.
Yeah.
So
And
we're
then-
on day 77 of this series.
It feels like day 77. We are actually on day 15 of the series.
No.
Are we not?
We started on October 27th.
For the guarantee. That's
So
right.
this is
That's
day
right.
19. This is
This is day 19.
day 19 of cards
the
being pitched.
Yeah.
And in fact, because we added the additional day here, your two on-floor tournament staff here with Cutter and DJ DJ had a noon flight out, so he missed the final table completely. And Cutter is in the air right now, headed to Seminole Hard Rock in Florida, where he has his next series firing up first thing in the morning.
In the morning, yeah.
So he and a handful of dealers had to leave today.
Yeah.
Appreciate all of the traveling dealers who come in to help out with the Prime Social Poker Open and all the series here. Got a great group of house dealers.
Absolutely.
And then in order to give them a rotation so they can get in and out and see their own families, a group of traveling dealers come in.
Yep. Crydoc05, thank you for the follow. Welcome to Prime family. Greatly appreciate it. Josh is going to take this down after leading a bet out of 900K. Nicholas Miller says, time to go ham, Rob. Hopefully he hears you.
Joy says to show you this photo that's very dangerous, that her desk looks that way, and she has a box cutter in her hands.
That's not a box cutter, that's a razor blade. You could tell me that's a box cutter. That looks like a razor blade. All right, Stats now has 8s here. Stats a little bit higher than most and everyone between the 8 and 5 million range. He's on the top end of that range of players right now. Joel's got Queen 9.
So Chris with his second pocket pair of the first 4 hands coming back.
Yeah. He's gonna take it down. Nice little hand to see under the gun and just kind of like, you know, hey, this is standard bet. So 16 million, and the closest after that is 7.4.
So 1 double and the stacks level. That's one thing, you know, you see middle of a tournament and you're like, oh, I need to chip up, I need double or the like. Get to a final table, and in most instances, you show up as the short stack, 1 double, your stack is leveled with everyone, you have a relevant stack. I mean, we're talking the short stack right now has 20 big blinds.
Yeah,
There's
you
plenty
gotta
of
love
play.
it. Yeah, you're not even seeing the danger zone symbols yet, where you actually see the BBs down there.
The neon red isn't flashing.
Warzone Winners says, let's go, Rob. Hopefully he hears you. This could actually become very interesting. This could be interesting. Hold on one moment. I'm sorry.
Josh isn't going to be all that happy with laying ace 10 down, and Joel is the one with 20 bigs. So this could be a ship.
And Joel is on the button. Robert's going to instantly mock that. Now, Josh also, this is, I mean...
It's for 80% of his stack.
Yeah, 80% of his deck. This will cripple Josh if his ace-10 doesn't find a pair or a flush here, if he elects to call this. So that's going in Josh's head right now. He's already know where he's at. Love the Metallica shirt that he's wearing, by the way. But to understand, I mean, this thought process is going in Josh's head right now, for sure. Okay, if I call this, if he's got a lead, does he have a pair? Am I racing? Am I flipping? Am I doing this here? He's gonna look to see how much it is.
I see him suicide to call off 80%.
That's a call.
He did it.
Yep, that's a call. Soon as
He's not going to like what he sees.
No, as soon as you take those chips back, that's Alexa's a call. Look at that. Hello, Miss Lisa. We got Lisa. The chatters. Here we go. There's a diamond on the 2 diamonds on the flop here.
He outlexed an awful lot more than he did 30 seconds ago.
That's correct. Ace King still ahead here. He needs a diamond or a 10 to hit.
And that goes
And
the wrong red.
Ace King will double up through here as
And Josh is now
double.
Josh is now sitting with 10 bigs.
I know when I saw the 8 of hearts, there's too many fucking houses.
So that was a rough run. Rough one to make a call for 80% of your stack.
Chino says, I'm rooting for Robert. Let's go. Robert's going to win. Chino, we don't know. We'll find out.
Too many. I know when I saw the 8, it was like too many. It was like, you'd rather not see the 8 here.
As you guys can see, the payouts right here. That is what everyone's shooting for, fighting for, grinding for.
I backed down a little bit because when we had 10, 12 players left who were playing 2 6-handed, 2 5-handed tables, the table talk was fantastic. These guys were having a good time. They were laughing. They were joking. Tried to encourage them to bring it to the live stream.
Now they ain't talking.
The money's kicking in.
Yeah, the money's kicking in.
It's getting a little too close to laugh that much.
Josh is instantly going to shove on this here.
Yeah. 10 big snap. Hope it looks like a tilt shove and somebody calls light. No such luck. However,
Does
when you
Bradley see anything in his hand that he wants to call with?
Not like that.
Bradley could call this here.
Again, you're not going to call for 45% of your stack with a moderate queen.
Correct.
You know? You can look at it all you want, but here's where you get the benefit of just having lost the majority of your chips.
Yeah.
Bradley gets to wonder, you know, is he just on tilt here?
Yeah, is he just tilt shoving here?
So you get the benefit, hopefully on his part, of having the impression you're on tilt. Speaking of being on tilt, I'm tilting so bad that I'm getting rid of the mic.
Okay, tilt this way.
Hi, Joyce. I miss you. I'm sorry
Oh my God, Chris is back in the booth.
What up, guys?
What's up, buddy?
None. Took a little stroll.
Yeah, you walked out for a little bit.
Yeah,
That's good.
Yeah. So what's going on? What did I miss? We still 6-handed or what? What we got?
So we are still 6-handed. Josh, Bradley, or no, not Bradley. Barney lost a flip, Ace King versus Ace 10 with diamonds. Flopped 2 diamonds and then went run, heart, and didn't catch a 10 or a diamond. So very short stacked he is, and that was against Joel.
56 just joined us in the Prime Twitter sphere.
Nice.
Thank you for the follow.
Fergie, welcome to Prime family. Did Justin just come? Nope, Justin didn't come back. Still Reese in the booth. I am the normal average commentator that's here all the time. Justin, the luxurious TD tournament director Justin Haber is still out doing tournament director stuff.
TD is gonna TD.
Yeah. So at this point, I could see Josh possibly pushing here. He has less than 20 big blinds at this point, and he's not sure if he's tilty from losing the Ace-10 hand, but.
Oh, how much did he lose in the Ace-10 hand?
He started the hand with 6.8 million.
Oh, it's 2 Joshuas. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. I was like, Jesus, how many chips did
you got
Joshua have to
Barney,
stop?
and then you got
million?
Stefanski, so.
Jones. I actually saw that bust out hand last night. That was pretty brutal, to be honest with you. So here we are.
Hey, buddy.
6-handed.
6-handed.
Looks like Joel's chipped up a bit. Chris has chipped up a bit. We got a little separation in chips going on.
Yep. Most players other than Josh, but you still got the Stefanski still has about 17 million, and then Josh obviously is a short stack 2.2, but everyone's still between 8.5 and 5.9.
Are we still at 200K big blind?
No. Yes. Yeah. There we go. So yeah, Barney's got about 11 big blinds.
Oh, let's try that again.
That's okay. Quick, fast, easy. Like it never even happened. Yeah, so it's about to go to 150, 300. So I have a question for you.
What up?
While we're waiting on this hand. Now I know I'm from Vegas. How was during the time out there? Was it awkward and different not being there in hot, brusque summer where it's 115 degrees outside every day? Was it different? Was it nice for you to actually be out there?
So nice.
Yeah.
It was so nice. Like, if they could keep the world, and now they're never doing this ever in a million years, but if they could keep the World Series in the fall and then just move the NFL season to the opposite end of the year, that would be fantastic. But no, World Series, I'm sure, is going to be back in the summer. They've already pretty much tended towards that. So in about 6 or 7 months, we'll be back out there.
Yeah, it's going to be a fast turnaround for sure.
And
it'll be
should be the
Bailey's.
last year at the Rio this year.
Bally's, right? Yeah, it's going to be at Bally's. Which I didn't know that they had enough room there. It's going to be weird. I've been navigating through those Amazon rooms and all that stuff for over 2 decades. Well, no, almost, decade and a half. This is the first year. It's the first year I haven't gone in like 2 years. Well, yeah, because of COVID.
But yeah, no, I mean, it was honestly, like, for all the stuff that they had to go through to put the series on between staffing and COVID and all that kind of stuff, there's always something to complain about at the World Series. But for everything they had to go through to put this on, they did a pretty good job. So,
nice.
It was a relatively good experience. I am more vocal than most about how common sense just isn't all that common anymore, but
Sure.
they did the absolute best they could with the rules they had to abide by. And
Jennifer, I think myself and everyone else in this booth could agree with you. I love me some Whataburger too. For sure. She said, never mind. I mean, Josh is three-petting the 1.7 million here, really putting his chip lead pressure on Brad. At this point, how are you feeling in Bradley's sense? Is this a...
Well, Joshua knows that he's kind of an ICM gel right here. I mean, there's 2 guys at 11 bigs and like 13 bigs, something like that. Can he justify putting in 20% of his stack, a little bit more than 20% of his stack here to play a pot against a chip leader? I love the way that Josh was playing this hand.
Oh, yeah. I think that's amazing.
He's
in the small blind, right? So his opening range here should be something massive like ace queen, correct? In standard, right? In standard play.
In standard play, but in a vacuum, sure. But you really got to take into all the accounts of the ICM implications here. So I think that a little bit of that is going through Bradley's mind, but you really just can't full punt here, knowing that there's 2 guys that are very close to being very, very short, and risk all these page jumps coming.
Now, if
Joshua played this hand about as good as you can, and it's very rare to see somebody with this big of a chip disparity between first and then the rest of the field. So
sure.
Looks like we got a little dealer change coming.
So we're at blinds 125, 250, 250. We are playing hour levels, guys. We are a half an hour delayed. Thank you for everyone being in the stream with us. Got Chris and myself, Reese, here in the booth at Prime Social down in Houston, Texas, 7801 Westheimer Road. And we're just enjoying the last day of our series is closing up. It's the end of it.
This is it. All the yawns. I've only been here for 2 days and I'm exhausted. I don't know how y'all are doing it.
You also haven't had much sleep for the last 5 days either.
5 days, 7 weeks, man.
So everyone in the stream, say hello, say something to let us know you guys are here, watching us, listening to us. Thank you for being here and supporting us. We do stream 4 days. Go ahead.
No. I was just going to answer David Miller's question. We're down to 6 players battling down here. But I'm going to turn it over to Reese after I answer this question. The next series, unofficially, will be starting around December 1st. They are going to do some sort of Christmas special. We had a lot of people that were planning on coming down for a different tournament series that recently got canceled. And Prime had so much fun dumping all this money into overlays that they said, you know what, let's do it again. Let's have another series in like 2 weeks. So that's what they're doing. It should last about 12 days. I'm guessing about 9 to 10 tournaments.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a lot of fun. So we're going to let Justin take about an hour-long nap after this series, after this main event
I thought he only got
finishes up.
45 minutes, you said.
I'm gonna give him an hour. I'm gonna give him an hour,
Okay.
and then we're gonna crack the whip and tell him that he's got to get back to work and make the schedule. We got to start planning for the next
I
Prime
don't-
series.
No, what just happened? I get. Yeah, so as I was saying, if you guys want to go ahead and check that out, keep an eye on our social stuff, on Prime Social and all of our social links, or Justin Hammer. He will release those dates out soon. Now, guys, we also do, if you are enjoying this, we do stream 4 days a week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So we normally start at 7, so this is a little bit early, different time for you guys. It is different for us, and greatly appreciate it, but we've been updating and upgrading all of our stuff. If you guys can see our streams, they have changed. Thank you for my boss Josh to help us make it better. You guys also got these little pictures here, the icons. You don't have the seat change. We keep on saying, what's the seat? What's the seat number? But you know what? I like the pictures, man. That's cool. I like it.
Dan Ross. See, if you didn't do such a good job with this kind of stuff, Dan, we would have let you go home to your beautiful wife. But now you just have to stay here an extra day and be here.
Certified.
So way to go. Way to be good at your job, bro.
Yes, sir. This is an all-in here from Josh.
Uh-oh.
I think that's kind of...
Joel with 2 hands behind him to act. I'm going to assume that
What would you
this is...
assume? I would say
Joel-
this is a call, honestly.
2.125.
It's
2.1?
it's really hard just to flat here because if you flat and someone else moves in.
I agree with the flat, but I'm just saying I think this is a time where Joel can just...
I think he's isolating. I think he's
Yeah.
going to be 3-bet
Yeah, I
isolating
agree
here.
with you.
Like I said, if he just flats 2.2 and then someone else just bombs, you're just like trapped in the hand.
Sure,
so.
but I mean, if you isolate it here, you're trying to... I mean, it looks like something just happened. Robert just folded.
He did flat. We're heads up for the tournament life. The King 10 versus the Ace Jack.
All right, here we go. Can King 10 get a double, or are we going to lose our 6th place? There's a 10. Joel did get his ace. He's a 10 or a king. That's not going to do it.
And
Josh will be eliminated.
We have
from
our
6th
6th place finisher.
Congratulations,
Taking
sir.
home close to $55,000. That is a lot of Whataburger taquitos.
Oh my God, let's go.
A lot of Whataburger taquitos. Congratulations on your 6th place finisher.
I wanted the ICM chap early. I'm not going to ICM chap, though.
I hear
I heard
those
ACM
magic
chop.
ICM chop words
I
out
heard
there,
something.
but I'm willing to bet that this is going to get played on.
You can look at it if you want. You can pause it and look at it. I can take a piss anyway. I mean, listen, if I get close to 100 grand, I'll take it.
Anyone else opposed to running the numbers on that? No, let's just go.
And I can take a bet.
Wow, someone just instantly cut that down.
What do you say?
He said, nah, let's just play.
Yeah.
Sounded like that was Bradley, possibly? It wasn't Josh.
This is getting raised. Little 550 action, I'm sure. Raised to 550. There's going to be a couple quick folds here. Stats. will not be folding this. Well, yeah, I was about to say never mind. It's a very disciplined fold. It's very easy fold actually.
It's bad position, right? First to act.
Small blind versus chip leader, and,
Yeah,
and a couple
small blind.
and a couple guys still pretty short. So no reason to super tangle.
I mean, stats is right there in medium range of that shorty. You know what I mean? You got 4.4. You got like 4.9, 5.8, and then like a 6, and then 10, and then 16. Right? So he's like second to last in chips right now. Now, is this the hand that you 3-bet and try to put pressure on it with King 9?
No.
Or is Bradley just trying to figure out?
No, this is a pretty standard defend spot.
I mean, he's not going anywhere. I mean, there's just
He doesn't.
it's strong.
There's
right?
no reason to 3-bet and allow a guy like Josh to put more pressure on you and force you to fold after you 3-bet. Very, very easy standard defend spot here.
And how about that?
That
flop?
is an above average flop for the King 9 of spades, though.
Yeah. I like it. I mean, like,
He's gonna win the spot.
Yes.
He's earned the check mark. It's just how many units can he get out of Josh here? At least 1.5
Now,
bigs, it looks like.
I have a question here. Do you go ahead? Do you start polarizing your hand here, Chris, because you're just gonna call this 450 to try to get as much in this pot? Are you polarizing yourself at this point? Especially if another spade comes down, he's not gonna get any more value, right? So, do you try to min bet this or min raise this just to try to get more value so it doesn't look your future thinking into the hand, right? For Bradley, right?
Once I check, I'm probably just calling. You can make arguments for leading here and trying to disguise your hand by leading. I'm sure he's just going to flat here. He may try to check one more time to get one more bet out of him. But this hand's probably just going to get shut down. It's probably, if I had to guess, it's just going to go check here.
Yeah,
and then it'll go bet fold.
Bet fold, yeah, exactly.
If I had to guess, now, I mean, Josh has shown that he'll put some pressure on some people, so
Sure.
he could think that Bradley just has a king of spades and ace of spades and try and get him to fold out, but see how Josh elects to act here.
Taking his time, playing some things through his head right now.
This is also not a great board to continue on.
Oh yeah.
From a big blind defend. There's a lot of 6s and 7s in the range.
In his range, right? Yeah. Yeah, it's a check.
Check. Interesting guard on the river, though, because there's a very good chance that, in Bradley's mind, that Josh has an ace here.
Sure.
Any ace, it doesn't
Yes.
matter what ace. Now, it still probably will go bet fold,
Yeah.
but this is a card that that he can check and let Josh represent that ace. I really like that check. If it doesn't matter to Bradley whether he has an ace or not, it's whether or not he wants to rep that ace.
Sure.
So I really, really like this check on the river here.
And if he checks right here, Josh would have to bet at it, right? What did you think?
I would think that, yes. The only problem with that card, if you're Josh, is if Bradley defended with the ace of spades, it would make sense for him to have check called flop, trying to make the nut flush. And if that happened, then he also made an ace on the river.
River, yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah,
Bradley played this hand so well,
Yeah.
and he's gonna get rewarded for how well he played it. I don't know how big that bet is, but it's. So we're gonna give a little tank here, and we're gonna put in a raise, and that'll be the end of this hand. let's make sure that we have it here before we unload the clip on him.
Now, Chris, let's go with table image for a second. There's a lot of, you can read people, and a lot of people are saying that that's a form of strength and type of strength, or not strength, or somewhat. You know, I mean, there's three different ways that can be looked at right there of just showing that. And now he's going to come up with the 3-bet, right? So, like, is that strength for most people watching a stream who's never really watched poker before, looking back at your cards and they're just going straight to your stack and just saying, okay, look, I'm going to 3-bet you?
Yes and no. I mean, I'm not going to say that people don't give off like fake tells and stuff like that. In this particular spot, the give off is the check call, check, blast off. That's about to happen.
Right,
That's going to let them know that the queen high is no good here.
Sure.
But, I mean, regardless, like, I don't care that Bradley just double checked his cards to make sure he had it. He played this hand extremely well.
Sure.
As
Robbie Skin.
Yeah, thank you for the follow.
Welcome to the Prime family.
And if you're wondering what took so long to get him to finally move in, a lot of players like to, I wouldn't call this balancing, like they like to take their time to where they can't tell if they're bluffing or not based on how quickly they will act on a hand.
Mm-hmm.
I think this was more of like, I really, really, really want this to look like a bluff.
Right.
You know, he was never at any point worried that he didn't have the best hand there.
No,
it wasn't like, man, I really hope he doesn't have it here.
Yeah. Like, I'm thinking, am I good here? No, it's just like, yes, please call. Please just play. Please hit that ace of the river, right? Like, please have had that ace of the river.
A very well-earned pot there by Bradley as he's going to climb up the charts.
Yeah, absolutely.
The
Brad's
leaderboard
going to
there.
get up, what, 8 million? 8.5 million?
Something like that.
Something like that? Something. Joel's got ace-9 of spades here.
Ace-9 of spades, six-handed. That's
Under
good
the
for
gun.
a raise a lot. And he's not going to shy away from raising the big stacks big blind, especially after losing a hand. Travis, to answer your question, it looks like 6.4 million for Chris Stat's stack.
Oh, here we go.
Another obvious
gonna see
defense
a little-
spot. John English, welcome to the chat.
Thank you for the subscription. Pair of 5s here for Joe's. And gut shot for Joel.
Quick check by Joel behind.
Yeah.
Content to take ace high to the river here, it looks like. Oh, I thought he checked already.
No, Joel did not. You like the fact that the full names are there? Brick River, thank you very much. We're working on it. That we're upgrading our stream as much as possible. We do stream 4 or 5 days a week now, and we've been just trying to make better content for you guys. Plus, you got people like Chris in the booth that keeps me in check. You know what I mean? So I can learn from the real one.
No, stop it.
Hey, it's getting dark already, Chris. Now I know what the weather's like. You know what I mean? We are.
Yeah, that looks like a big bet.
Yeah. What is it? 850,000, right?
That is quite a sizing, and Joshua correctly sniffing out this.
I like it, man. This is, oh man.
If it comes a diamond, I wonder if he's going to use that.
Oh my god.
And Joel just jitting.
Oh yeah.
And
Pick
now,
me, dealer. Pick me.
now it's hard. I mean, I say that it's hard for Joshua to beat anything, but honestly, against an under-the-gun raiser, like Joshua should have more 4s and 9s defending out of the big blind than Joel does.
Absolutely, yeah.
Like, he's never going to see the straight coming, but also giving
It's not
us
a 4-liner, though, too, out there, right?
right, but he
So-
raised under the gun. Like, I mean, unless he has 2 9s here, he really shouldn't be having a
Could
straight.
Josh put him on 2 9s here, leading out under the gun, though?
Probably more of like an ace, king, king, queen
Yeah,
type
yeah, ace,
hand.
queen, queen, king.
But based on Joel's sizing on turn, I'm not sure how Josh is going to be able to call any river bet now. And
Well, it's going to have to be pretty big. 1.4, 1.5
it
should
could
be the...
it could be 500. I mean, like
Right.
he has such a big hand that he wants to get. It could be anywhere.
What do you think, honestly, could be the best way Joel gets these chips called right now? Wow, is that 13? Yeah,
No, 1.3.
1.3.
Yeah.
I said 1.2, 1.5.
I think the
this
best.
camera angle shit?
I think that the best way.
See Joel right here.
I think the best way that he could have got called would almost be sizing up a little bit bigger to make it look more like a bluff.
Like 1.8,
2.
2. Oof.
I mean, this just looks like Value Town at this point, but it's just so hard to have anything.
Like you said, put him on a 9, right?
Yeah, it's so hard to put him on a 9.
Could you be putting him on a 4?
Nah. Nah, there's no way. He's praying that Josh has a 4, though. Some sort of 6-4, 5-4
Maybe
combo.
ace 4, some sick ace 4 diamonds or something like that. Maybe.
He's reaching to the tank. It's poker can be such a cruel game because he called so correctly on the turn and just gets piled here.
He's gonna call. Milo.
He's not gonna like seeing this hand. Ugh. Yikes.
Yeah. Milo, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Prime family.
Man.
And Joel is going to.
He's gonna win a big pot here.
They're gonna actually get even in stacks now.
And I'm not saying that this is what happened, but I did allude to the fact earlier that sometimes, I'm not saying this about Joshua, but sometimes poker players have a tendency to have piles of chips, and they're like, well, if I call here and I'm correct, perfect. If not, I'm still got a ton of chips.
Yeah.
And I'm afraid that possibly that bug got him there. It's so it's so hard for Josh to have anything there, or for Joel to have anything there,
yeah.
because if he had any king on that board, he's just checking back.
Sure.
So it's nuts or nothing, one of the two. And I'm sure Josh just flipped a coin in his head, and now he gets to look down at two tens.
God.
It's always so much fun to pick up a huge hand right after losing a big pot, because it looks like you're just like going nuts.
Yeah, yeah.
But I can't imagine that.
Hey, you see a little smirk here. You see?
Yeah.
Gave a little smirk there,
yeah,
bro.
I saw it.
I saw it. I'll say it. I'll say it. That's why this stream's a little bit different. I can point out those things. They'll like me or hate me for it later, but I can say it.
Yeah, unfortunate for Joshua. Just had nothing there.
Although picks up, you know, big blinds go back up again. 13, 15, 7, 6, 4, 8, and 3, 5.
I know what you have, but I know it's getting called.
Hey, but the weather's getting good now, right now too. A little bit hoodie weather. Things aren't
This
so
is my
humid.
favorite time of the year.
Oh yeah,
Football's on.
football's on.
Weather starts cooling down.
I'm a big hockey guy, Chris.
Well, so you're used to the cold.
Yeah. No, I'm also used to the heat. You know what I mean? I mean, being in Vegas, I mean, you know, but I'm also used to being in Europe and a bunch of places. So I'm used to all that crap.
Man,
I'm
was
most
nothing-
definitely used to Four Seasons.
there was nothing more fun growing up than going to a Houston Aeros game.
Ugh.
Minor league hockey live was so much fun.
Shaky Grave say, hey, Chris.
What's up, Shaky?
I actually live less than 3 minutes away from the dome. Yep. live on that side. I live on that side, bro. And then I heard it was like a semi-pro. I was like, wait, what? Oh, what happened? Can Houston get a hockey team, please? I'll fund it. At least try.
There was rumors about Fertitta bringing one here for a minute. It'd be a lot of fun. Down to the final 6, right? We're 6-handed.
Yes, we are still 6-handed. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, sorry, final 5. Final 5.
Are we?
Yep, 5. Joshua Barney was our 6th place finisher. So. I hear an all-in here from Robert. And he's going to take it down quite fast. So Robert's got 15 bigs right now. And everyone's still playing with about 28 and more.
15 bigs is not like super danger zone yet. I do like the evolution of poker over the last 10 years. People used to start painting game at 20 bigs and stuff like that.
Right? Yeah.
15 bigs, man. You still got time to raise fold hands. Like, you can always spin. I'm a big proponent of never giving up. You can always spin 2, 3, 4, 5 bigs into all of them.
A winning table, yeah.
I mean,
stats here's got 4s. Katu Schooler Dog, welcome.
All right.
You cold?
I'm freezing. I am.
Got a jacket right here, bro.
Oh, haha, my man.
Oh, look at that! As soon as you said it, look.
I might have sent a text out for that one.
Oh, okay. That works. Chris is getting situated here. He's got a hoodie. You can get a little snuggie. He's gonna be in here with me in the booth here for a bit, unless Justin comes back in. Other than that, we are back with Chris momentarily right now. Right. Boom, back. By the way, Cooler Dog, if you heard me, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Pine family.
What happened here? Did Cress open and get 3-bet?
Yeah. Bradley, 3-bet. Yeah, Chris, I most definitely didn't know that we had a Discord channel.
I literally was. That was definitely news to me.
Yeah. Like, wait, what? You can do a lot of Discord, dude. You play any video games, Chris?
No.
No?
Not anymore. I used to be real big into like Halo, the original Xbox, things like that. But I never got into the Fortnite. Oh, thank you, Cactus. I appreciate it. I was putting on a hoodie. I didn't see it. Looks like Chris slumped in and got raised. Yeah, never got into the Fortnite era or whatever the kids are doing. Robert moving in, and this is going to get through pretty easily.
And believe it or not, increases his stack by almost 2 million there. You know what I mean? Or 1 million, I'm sorry.
So the feature table, if you walk into the big room with all of the poker tables, is behind a white banner that says Prime Social with all of our sponsors on it.
Which you can see right there, by the way.
Exactly.
next to the balloons.
Next to the big balloons, it's behind there.
It's to the right of the cage, guys. If you come in,
if you're looking at the cage,
it's to the right of the cage. It's a little catty corner tucked away, but you know,
I love the aggression here by Robert. It's chip up or chip out time.
Yep.
My man's getting after it.
It's funny too because you start getting a run of cards like this, right? And then you say, okay, you know what? I'm gonna go with it. Ace 6, Ace 9, 8, King Jack. Well, next thing you know, boom, you don't see his name in that small big or his that BB button no more. He's back above 20 big blinds.
Yeah, and 5-handed, he knows he has to open up his range a lot.
Sure.
And it becomes not easier to steal, but I mean it makes it easier to move in. That's for sure.
And guys, if you could tell, for these guys, they know what they're doing. They've played enough. All these guys have played enough to realize is more of understanding their opening ranges in these spots. Correct? There's no one here at this table who doesn't have significant or somewhat significant prices in tournament entry or entrance. So some of these guys got him up. You know what I'm saying?
Not only that, but we didn't come into today 9-handed without already combining. So they already had 2 or 3 hours of play together last night in these exact same positions.
Yep.
We didn't redraw for nothing. I'm fairly certain they just put the button in whatever bag. Whoever had the button in bag, just put it in that bag so we knew who it was.
Yep.
But they have been playing together for quite some time.
I mean, at least what? Today we're already what? How many hours in? 3.5 hours in. So we're 3.5 hours in plus 3 hours last night.
Something like that.
Yeah. So they've been well, hook a brother up. Thank you, Justin. Yeah.
Prime Poker Open wrapping up. 5-handed left. 262,000 for first place. Another series to be announced in the next couple days. Make sure you follow all the social medias for all that info. Anytime you just want to come on, check it out, man. 7801 Westheimer Road. They got a bar here. They got good food, friendly people. It's a fun place to hang out. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Looks like Joel may be raising here. Oh, he flats button. Man, I don't know if it's, obviously Chris hadn't even looked at his hand yet, but this is going to save him a ton of chips by not raising button here. And here comes Chris in a snap fold.
Snap fold, right? Yeah. Instant fold.
Joel's very happy to have saved 1.2 more big blinds because Chris was coming with the heat.
Yeah, but Chris, that's why a lot of people like this place. Not only that, but we have a full bar.
Mm-hmm.
We have a full kitchen that closes at midnight, and then the bar doesn't close till last call on alcohol legally in the state of Texas.
Mm-hmm.
And you come in here for breakfast. We open up at 10 o'clock. If we have games going through the whole night, we sometimes never close.
Yeah.
Yep, which has happened a lot this week. And, full bar. You can get breakfast tacos.
Oh, man, I love breakfast tacos too. The steak and eggs.
Oh, steak and eggs and grits this morning, bro. Let's go. Grits? They had grits this morning. I was like, what? Let's go, grits.
Chip leader living right by just picking up 2 jacks. No big deal. 5-handed.
Oh, nothing. That's good. And all the jacks are dead, as we can see.
Not going to matter much.
Yeah, Bradley's just like, I just want you to see the crap cards I just saw. There you go, muck them. You know?
A very disappointing 2 jacks walking through.
GG, yeah, we can be open 24/7. It just depends. we elect to stay open if the games are still going and stuff. But yeah, it all, you know.
Man, do these
Hey.
dealers have somewhere to be or something? They're just dealing ace, ace, and jack, jack every hand?
I like it.
I'm obviously joking. They have
I was
no
trying to-
control over the cards, but it is hard to find back-to-back hands with 2 top 5 hands.
550.
Joel opening, and this is...
Thinking of the wrong place,
Ooh,
GG.
Josh will be defending from the big blind here. Any king high or 9 high flops, and where you can see some fireworks between the 2 big stacks.
There we go.
Or if it comes 2 diamonds on the flop, we'll see some fireworks. That's not a very
No.
fireworky flop.
No, not at all. Yeah, that's what I said.
We got a
Yeah, I mean,
bet here. Should be
does-
the end of the hand.
Yeah, I mean, should even Josh consider calling this for King 9 value? Like, yeah, I mean,
No, you can raise it if you just want to blow ace 10 through ace king
Yeah,
ranges out, but calling's pretty unacceptable there. It's a razor fold, and it's going to be fold most of the time.
unless you're trying to float and make sure, you know, like, you know what I'm saying? Unless you're trying to float and just see if someone's...
You could, yeah, but you when you take a floating spot like that, you really want to have some sort of equity in the hand too. If there was like 1 diamond in the hand, and if it was like 7-8 deuce with the 7 of diamonds, and maybe you can turn open it into a flush draw and turn your hand into a semi bluff and all that kind of stuff. But floating with no equity is not very good long term. Hey guys, join our Discord server for updates.
Discord.gg. Let's go.
Love the fact that we have a Discord.
We were talking about table talk. There actually has been none of the sort.
Robert was pretty chatty earlier.
Yeah.
As the days go on and the jumps get higher, a little bit more on the line now. I mean, it was the same amount of money on the line, but now the first place prize is that much closer.
Yeah, I mean, the finish line's getting close, right?
As we move on to the next hand.
I would say hand number, and I can't see it yet because it's out there.
Mm. 250k big blind. I'm sure you can see a clock in the background here somewhere soon. I have no idea how long before the blinds go up.
Hand number 66, 125, 250, 250. 5 minutes and 19 seconds.
What?
5 minutes, 19 seconds.
Sorry.
Yeah,
I went stone cold.
Yeah, you went stone cold. Like, what reason?
I'm so
I was just
sorry.
like, you're
I
looking
didn't-
straight at me, like complete attention, but completely out of it. Like,
I
yeah.
looked at my phone. I was processing a text message, and I was staring right at you, and I had no idea. Your lips were moving.
you did a whole Inception Tenant thing right there,
Man.
bro. Like, you heard it, but you didn't hear it at all, bro.
Let me send a
The
text. Let me-
attention was there, though.
Let me send a text. Someone ask them to bring me a Red Bull, man. I need to. Woo. That was rough. We have the mystery all in,
Maybe somewhere on there.
but this is gonna get through.
No, ace 4 club. Guys, sometimes you heard that when they took up the card and they do a little click. Sometimes it takes that in order to sometimes read them. So, I mean, we're going to try to get you guys every hand to see.
Hello, Robert Beans.
Ooh, they just put the arrows. They just put it on. Like, full
Next hand going out. We are down to the final 5 places. Next person out is going to receive $72,000. Not bad for 3 days worth of work.
No, not too shabby at all.
Well, we appreciate you, Cam Sheridan. This has got to be more entertaining than the main event in Vegas. Who cares about? I'm just kidding, guys. But also, yeah, it's true. You're gonna have a lot more
Come
fun.
on, you got you and me in the booth
You
here,
got
buddy.
censors with ESPN. You know, I mean, we're going to be a little censored here, but we get away with a little bit more stuff. Let's see, Chris Stats sweating.
What you got, stats?
He's got a fold.
That's like more than that. I can't do anything with 5 high, bro. Jack, till you hit trip 8 short. Well, I mean, I'm still in push fold mode.
The buy-in for this tournament was $1,700. Although, if you were around, you could have done anything in this tournament for $200. You also $200 sweats that I was doing. Some nice little flip and goes. Flip Master Rees here, going crazy. Chris, you partaked in a lot of that. It was fun. You also could have gotten in a lot of satellites for $240. And yeah, there was a lot of chances to get into this tournament with not the direct buy-in of $1,700 throughout the periods of us holding it. So this is.
I heard those magic words.
I heard it too.
But this is going to get through very easily.
Come on, Kings one time.
Is that a minute left on that clock?
Yes, sir, it is.
I already forgot from what you told me earlier.
Yeah, 5 minutes 19 seconds is what I told you earlier. But you good. We sound hungry. Robert Beans, we're probably hungry because, you know, we're probably hungry. Yeah, I like to be. I'm hungry all the time, man. I went to Golden Corral last night, Chris. Yeah.
I did not know that the place was still open.
Yeah.
Is it good?
Oh, yeah, it's still good.
Yeah.
Yep.
I didn't know that Applebee's was still open until that new song came out with the popular TikTok dances and
Hungry for action. I like it.
Applebee's on a date night and all that.
Robert, your cousin, rooting for him. Well, congratulations. Let's see what he does. He's withstood 2 other positions so far. So Robert, even though he's a short stack at the moment, he has increased his what, $33,000 from
Yeah, in that
8th place?
area.
Yeah. John Ish, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the private family. All right, yeah.
Yeah,
So coming in, not bad. Withstanding the storm, make an extra 30K. Me too, Robert. I mean,
Robert Beans hates beans.
you know, they did get rid of Ruby Tuesdays though. Ruby Tuesday is out.
R.I.P. Ruby Tuesday.
Yeah.
Last hand before break, sir.
I heard last hand before break coming on.
Well, hand number 70, 125, 250, 250.
Hand number 70, and as they fold, they are heading towards facilities or bar, whatever. King Queen is going to win the blinds here a big portion of the time.
You think because of break, you think he's gonna make the score like 650 or 700 instead of the average like 500?
Man, well, if he did, I don't think it's because of the break. I think it's because
750, yeah.
well, way bigger.
Yeah.
A lot of times players size up in the blind versus blind. And he showed the King Queen, just let him
Yeah.
know they wasn't messing around. And players are going on break. I'm assuming for 15 minutes or so.
10 minutes?
10 minutes. 10-minute break they're going on. As we kill some time here in the booth. It is cold in here. I'm wearing. Luckily, they gave me a Prime Social hoodie. Try and warm up. We got Roof Walrus has followed. Thank you. Welcome to the chat, sir.
Welcome to the chat. What's up? DJ Schutz. Thank you for Schutz. And Cam Sheridan. Both of you, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Pride family.
What up? Looks like we're doing some coloring up business and
Production Josh there doing some coloring up. Pretty.
do you have the capability to put up chip counts somewhere on the?
They're here, but like we don't have the capability to actually go through that at the moment. No. Think if we listen. Unhealthy Kale, what's up, buddy? Yeah, DJ, you should. On top of that, we will be having another series sometime in January or December. Sorry. But on top of that, you should come in. We got live streams 4 days a week. Game's been good. Game's been juicy. Like it, like it, like it. Let's see. I think. It's kind of really hard to read, actually. I can't read those. I mean, Vincent, it'd be greatly appreciated for the, for the stream that, since we're on a half an hour delay, that we just watch it as it goes, Be greatly appreciative for that.
We are stuck in a booth, so we don't even know what happened. It's pretty. There's something somewhat satisfying watching this angle of the chip ups.
He said unsub. All right, unhealthy Kale, we got you. Glad that you still love us. Yeah, it's satisfying, right? Kind of watching it, see what happens. Like I don't know. It's kind of like watching, going to Chris. It's kind of like going to those movies and then going to YouTube and watching all the highlights of it for 5 minutes and people talk about it. You know what I mean? My kids do it all the time, right? Like if they want to watch Marvel or something, like, Dad, we just want to watch it. I'm like, no, dude, let's spend. There's 8 episodes. Let's spend 8 hours. Let's watch it. Let's binge it and let's finish it. Have family time. No, Dad, we just want to watch it real quick. Okay. Try to tell it. No, Ray Stacks, we are on break right now, and we're doing some coloring up. Taking a 10-minute break.
Little color up action.
They have been playing for roughly 3 hours and 44 minutes, so they're taking breaks. Or a break, sorry.
What do y'all think about Texas poker, and will the action last? Know a lot of pros have been moving to the town. I mean, I'm super biased, but yeah, poker's not going anywhere. And before the quote-unquote second poker boom that has happened over the last couple of years, poker's always been alive and well in Houston, Texas. It's staying no matter what. It's the play.
But it's becoming also overpowering at this point. Do you not agree with that?
I don't think. I mean, there's plenty of poker to go around. There's plenty of players, and there's plenty of people with bankrolls here. And,
sure.
It's not going
But someone
anywhere.
from Vegas and someone playing in Europe, you're used to all that stuff out here, and then coming to Houston, it's like, yeah, there's some really good games. Like, the games are just juicy and good, and
I agree. Yeah, and the games here are awesome. This is the best place in the country to play poker right now. It's not even close.
Yeah.
So,
Yes, I agree.
highly recommend
I agree, DJ.
coming to Texas to play poker.
Yes.
They are not afraid to get it in.
Well, it's the same thing. Like you said, bankrolls are here, people are here, games are here. Like, you know, with that induces action. Action induces either A, Chris, you're sitting there with a nice bankroll, or me, Reese, completely stacked and asking for a brush every 5 minutes because the games are so juicy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I remember when I first started playing poker, it was always 3 times, 3x, 3 maybe 4x.
You think the action will last for a long, long time? Of course. I mean, it's going to last. I mean, poker's been around for a while now. But, I mean, you also got, like, mixed games are starting to get much more popular now as well. Like, different type of games. Like, ROE, Round of Each, is becoming very much more popular, which is enticing people to play more Pot Limit Omaha. You also have mixed games that are becoming... You know, I mean, there's just so many games and variants of the game people are willing to start learning how to play. I mean, just this series we had, and the last series, Chris, we had 2 double board bomb pot tournaments. And it got a pretty good, you know, people are liking these things, you
Not
know.
only that, but there was a dealer's choice event, a 8-game mixed event this series.
Yep. Oh, blank. No, guys, we are on a break. We are on a break.
That's true.
We are on a break for another 4.5 minutes. We are on a break. That is them coloring up chips. If you guys look, so right there, let's go through chip denominations. 25s are the blue, red, and blacks right there. The $100,000 chips are the whites. And then right there in front of the dealer, right there in the top left-hand corner, you're going to see these baby pearl prime white blues. Those are your 500K chips.
So in this situation, he walked over to look at.
So yeah, anyways,
Okay.
we're still waiting on them. They're just getting that all orchestrated and ready to go. If you guys ever want to advertise on our felt, if you look right there, Chris, your logo here. Where literally, if you email us, you can get the best information if you want to advertise on the felt.
info@primesocialtx.com.
Yeah, boom, right there. Vincent says, "Hi, Joe. Lobby 100." Well, anyway, so guys, we're about to finish this up and get back off a break and start heading back onto the cards.
123 grand. 122. What's mine?
What's your? Are you second? You're first.
He's at 12 million. He's winning 12 million.
Oh, he's at 12, and you've got 166 and a half. 166 and a half.
The new chips in play are $500,000 chips.
I'm not hard to go
He has
good.
more than you.
Who? Oh.
He's got 17. And what do I have? No, sorry, 14. 14.
Yeah. You've got 14. You've got 12.
His is 166.
Use this time to ask.
Yours is 177. Or yours is 166. His is 177.
What's that?
Yours is 166. His is 177. But he has.
All right, guys, we're
You
starting
guys want us
off.
to pause the clock for a second? Yeah.
Just for a second. Yeah. We're just talking numbers on a ICM job. Yeah. So you would get 177. Second would get 166 and a half.
Anthony, 72,000 for the next place to go out.
You would get 124. I would get 141.
So it beats the beat.
You get
177,
177.
166.
Okay, hold on, guys.
That's more than second place for you.
What do you guys think? Drop a guitar pick.
We're getting to like 20 bigs, just like shoving and flipping. I think a lot.
Guys, take a listen to this real quick. There might be something going down.
I mean, I fucking hate it, but I'm not gonna disagree with it. Fuck.
Did I miss anything?
It looks like we're talking.
Let's not talk about it. Don't ever. Nobody
want
ask for ICM anymore.
You don't want it?
Well,
You're getting 166.
I don't want it anymore. No more.
Alright.
You get second place money.
I don't want it anymore. I'm gonna play. Everybody's got a
Are you
problem.
sure?
Yeah.
Hold on, hold on. Are you sure?
No, I'm sure. I'm sure. No.
You want like
I mean, your deal, our deal, our deal.
Guys, we're being quiet so you guys can hear what's going on.
I swear to God, the money don't mean shit. Like it really doesn't. No, it doesn't. Like 50 fucking grand. Make that next month.
What's the next 500,000?
You're getting.
I mean, not real. I mean, not really. As you could see, Cam, I don't 100% agree with you on that, and I think Chris is kind of agreeing because they're going to do ICM chop. They're not, you know, they're doing the
It's the individual chip module, which basically means that they're going to figure out exactly what every chip is worth and
break it down accordingly.
Yeah, and it's not exactly like percentage-wise of exactly how many chips you have. The way that it works is that you cannot do any less, you cannot do any worse than currently right now 5th place money.
Yeah.
So no matter what, how many chips you have, you're going to get at least 5th place money, but you can always take those chips and spin it up to 1st. So what ICM does is that it takes the calculations of what each chip is worth from you being able to place 5th all the way up to 1st, depending on how much you have, and then they figure it out from there.
Some of the numbers I'm hearing is like 170 out of 262. Like that's, you know what I mean? Like
yeah, and that would if that number sounds like that would be going to Joshua. I saw the calculator on his phone. I don't know if they're still talking about it or not.
Here, let's see.
Yeah, perfect. He gets first place.
We're gonna try and listen to what these guys are saying.
Pretty much what it's going to be is whoever collects the most money is going to be given first place.
Okay, which is fine.
Take first place. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but he also will have to sign for 262.
I have like a small bet.
Correct. We are half an hour delayed.
You see what I'm saying? You're only gonna get 173.
I'll do it.
Is that right?
It's just a few thousand.
No, whatever you guys agree to, we'll put it in the computer. That's what you're going to get the tax form for, is whatever the amount you agree to.
And yes, guys, don't forget there is taxes involved with this.
it's just first place on paper.
I mean, but you're already getting more than him. You're getting 11 more than him. You're still gonna get 5K more than anyone.
Yeah, it's just gonna be a 5K. So what's the difference between first and second?
177, 166.
So it's about 10K.
Right?
10K.
Yeah, 177.
You're still gonna get the most.
Yeah, I mean, Ricky, Chris, 262,000 for first, $1,700 buy and 1.5 million guarantee. I mean, yeah, you got to talk about it for a second, right?
Yeah, I mean, this is truly an amazing event. Don't quote me on this. I'm pretty sure this is the biggest guaranteed event in the history of Texas poker.
All right, they're pausing the clock, guys.
As Justin Hammer is entering the building.
Heyo.
But yeah, this is, I think you can confirm the biggest guarantee that Texas has ever seen.
This is the biggest guarantee. It's a Texas size overlay. It was the biggest miss. It was, yeah, everything was the biggest in Texas history. So
we've been a little quiet. We're trying to listen to the ICM talks. We couldn't really hear. I saw the calculator out.
Okay, well, one of them keeps saying a bad word here, so I'm going to talk over it a little bit just because I don't want it to get blasted on the string. But they were making a deal, and this is when Robert's the big blind, right? Yeah.
Looks like, okay.
So, he was the one who objected. He was the short stack, and they were crunching numbers, and he felt like they were asking him to give up too much, basically. So, he was the one who said, it's okay, we'll just play. No big deal. That's what happened at this point in the hand. So, they were talking numbers. They had an ICM that they had done on break. They were looking at the numbers, and he said, hard pass, we're going to play. Hey, I don't know if this is y'all's first time in a stream, but like people come to watch like it's brand new. So like coming in and typing in a bunch of spoilers isn't really a cool thing to do. Just for future reference.
Yeah, and I know everyone's excited about their friends and family and stuff like that, but we also don't want to ruin the experience for the close to 200 people in the chat. So if you do have insider information for future, should probably keep that to yourself.
I was super excited about the ending of The Sixth Sense too, but I didn't go and tell everybody how it ended before they could see it. Like that's It makes it less enjoyable for the people who are trying to enjoy it. Thank you, Tommy0919, for the follow. Appreciate having you here. Just don't come in and spoil it. Like, that's, you know, it's not fun. It's not fun for the people who want to see how it just plays out.
So, Robert was big blind. They played that hand?
They played that hand, yeah. They had just looked at the numbers. And they were negotiating, and he was just like, no, just deal the cards. Just deal the cards. Like, he felt like they were asking too much from him, and he wasn't getting enough. He would rather play.
He had about 16 bigs coming back off a break somewhere in that general area.
Right.
Robert, I promise you, as soon as they conclude the conversation, we will let everyone know exactly what happened. It's still new.
Yeah.
It's still
So it's, I don't know was it on this screen when they were doing the negotiating? So I came up and I was talking to them. That's where I.
It was just here, and I saw an ICM calculator from I'm assuming it was Joel. It was in that general area.
Yes.
But we could faintly hear the numbers. I could understand stats more than the rest of them. And that's all that we knew is that they were talking about ICM. So,
Tommy, I believe the number that they were giving him was it was in the 118 range. It was something like that.
I'm gonna get my stacks from before.
The original number that they were giving him.
And fifth place money was 72
something. Yeah, 72.
We literally played one hand and he got his big blind stolen. So what do I get?
Yeah. So like. What they're doing right now is they had done the numbers on break, and then they come back, they have the discussion. Robert says no, and then says let's just play. They play the big blind. Now they're talking about it again. So what they're doing is we're still going to work off of the numbers that we had on break.
They're not going to cost him the two big blinds that he just played.
They're not putting everything back in and then going from where they're at.
Very admirable, to be honest with you.
Like, I imagine if he's turning down that deal, if you want to try and do it again when he has less chips.
Right.
No chance. Yeah, no chance.
Yeah.
So, like, it's, if they want to chop
he
it
lost
in their
an
best
eighth of his
interest,
stack right there in the big blind.
Yeah, yeah.
I would like to know what we have done. Okay.
Oh, man. Oh, you just missed my joke. They said we have a deal, and I came in and I said, I would like to know what y'all are doing.
Can I be a part of this, please?
Yeah. Like,
I happen to have seen an overhead picture of you in the middle of a deal talk from last week.
Yes. Okay, so.
That looks like an ICM calculator if I've ever seen one.
Here's.
That's got to be Chris, right?
No.
Oh, no. That's got to be the 9 seat.
That's Brad.
Okay.
Bradley.
That was part of the deal with them.
Okay, so I can kind of give you some play-by-play because look, that's the shadow of me and my phone right there.
That's fine with me.
Yeah.
Well, what's the number? Right. As long as the number.
So you want to write down the numbers? Yeah.
So here's a very important part in some TD 101 for any of y'all who are ever in this situation. And like many of the things I know and am good at in this business, I learned the hard way. So when you are doing this, what happens a lot of times is everybody agrees to a deal. They all say, okay, let's go. We're good. Push their chips in. Tournament's over. And then you take all of their numbers, and guess what? They're not correct for the total amount of the prize pool, which is annoying to all hell when I say, okay, the tournament's over, and then I find out it's $1,000 difference in like a daily tournament. Imagine if we're off by in a tournament like this,
10,000 or whatever it is,
which is easy to do.
Yes,
and I'm
of
not saying that they're doing anything nefarious or anything like that. Sometimes
in that ICM calculator, you change one number,
right?
It's all wrong. It can't be right.
And plus, everybody is saying, "Oh, I'll give you 1,000 here. I'll give you 200. You give me," and then those numbers just start to get jumbled, and sometimes you don't change it. Sometimes you say, "I'll give you 1,000," but you read the number and you never took that 1,000 off, and it just, if you're the person being told and not telling, and you hear something, that number just locks in your head. And if it was one of those, yeah, I agreed to give it up, but you told me this was my final, and now it's not there, now everything is all rough, and now it's tough. So right now, they have all agreed. They all know their numbers. I am learning their numbers right now, making sure they add up to the numbers that I have for what the total should be. Then I'm going to ask them all individually.
Do you agree?
Right.
Yeah.
These numbers add up. This is what you told me you're getting. I'm going one by one to every single one of them to make sure that they agree. That's kind of what's going on right now. I don't want to come in and spoil it for everyone and tell them what happened. So
Yeah,
that's just where
Phillies
we are
refrain
at.
from doing that.
That's just where we are at currently. Tommy, I would love to change the angle for you. What happened here is the camera is automatically set to move to whoever's turn it's on. And right now they are at the end of the hand, so it's still looking at the board. And this happened 30 minutes ago. So I can't go back and change it and tell them. If I had known that it was on this, obviously I would have told them to change it. But we can't change the angle. Right now they are talking chop. Hi there. Hi there. We are talking chop. There are 5 players left. First place for this tournament was set to be 262. The min payout here was supposed to be 72,
I think.
72,000.
Is that you with your phone, Shadow?
Yes.
Above our lovely Better Than Your Mother's Cookie sponsor?
Yes. So the reason that I brought up why I go over these is because the numbers they gave me were actually off by $49,000. So
I was exaggerating with 10,000.
No, it actually happened. But the reason I know to check to find such an error is because I've done it before. Now what actually happened is it was right on their phone, and the number that they wrote down for me was off. And the person that would have been getting an additional 40,000 would have known something was wrong, and they would have told me. But still, it could have been disastrous. And then they're going through and they said, "Oh no, that 4 was actually a 0," and it was like,
yikes.
Yeah. So it was a number that made it off a lot. So this is me putting it back in. Triple checking to make sure, because if you think I'm cautious just the first go around, you can imagine once I find a $40,000 mistake.
The third time you're typing it in, was your hand shaking?
No, it's again, I won't go into details, but I learned this lesson a very, very hard way. So it was, and I'm talking about giving everyone their chips back and continuing the tournament. Luckily, when you do an ICM chop, you know exactly how many chips everyone has. So
that's a fact. I mean,
they give a deal.
Assuming that wasn't the way that they messed it up in the first place.
Right. Well, in my particular screw up, that's right. But those you always check to make sure the chips that they put in for their count add up. Luckily, when you're doing a live stream final table like this,
the action tracker,
right? You're verifying pretty much on every break that everything is exactly where it should be. So the total numbers of chips, as you see the big squiggle mark on the paper right there.
That's fantastic.
Which is where the mistake was. We're just writing down 6-digit numbers on a piece of paper.
Look, if this isn't just an absolute prime opportunity to tell you how good the poker is in Texas, they were about to give back $50K of a $153,000 overlay on accident.
Yeah. No, actually, that's what I said when I was going over the numbers. I said, this has an additional 40,000 going out. We already added 153. I felt like that was generous enough. I don't think we need to just arbitrarily add additional.
My goodness. Fantastic.
So I
mean, what's the worst of it? You can say, sorry, guys. We're not going to be able to give you an extra 40.
Right. So now you can see that third spot right there. That was, they had it as 160 something. It was actually 122. So it was off by 40. I think I said 49 earlier, but it wasn't that much. It was 40 something.
Oh, yeah, please stop exaggerating.
Yeah,
when it comes to the 40 to 49,000 range, please.
Okay, so
what's a couple 100,000 amongst friends, guys?
Right.
Who cares?
So the numbers right now has Josh in first place, and his ICM value was $175,310. Joel was taking 170. Bradley 141. Chris Stats 122,900. And Robert Cooper 122,660. Real quick,
and here we go.
We're going to go individually with every person. I need a yes from you if you're good with your number. Josh, 175,300.
Yes.
Also getting the trophy, the win, and the seat. Joel.
Make sure they know everything.
170,000. Looking good there. Brad, 141,000.
Yes.
Chris, 122,900. Good. Robert, 122, 655.
We all made
Go like deal.
So,
You just said go, like that could
yeah,
mean
like
shut
go
up and
deal the cards, yeah.
Yeah.
For those that travel a lot, if you sit in an exit row, I need a verbal confirmation. Yes,
Yes.
you can assist in an emergency
Yes.
landing.
Oh no, like
You cannot nod your head. I need to hear the words yes.
right, yeah. And Chris was like looking out, and he was the one like. He was the one who was definitely all for the chop, so I knew it was good. But like, he had his head down, and I think he was just like kind of in the moment a little bit. And I was like, "Hello, you need to look up." Yes, we have a chop for those coming in, just checking it out. There was a 5-way deal. Josh Stefanski is the winner of the tournament. Took home $175,310. In addition to that, he got a seat into the Prime $5 million tournament. Date yet to be determined. It's coming up this year. It's definitely happening.
Well,
and
next year.
Yeah.
In 2022.
Within 365 days is what
Yes.
I meant, of course. 2022, it's coming up. Be on the lookout for more information about that. But the tournament is over. Everyone, all 5 of them, got over $120,000 in this 5-way deal. So everyone seems happy about it. They are getting their seat, their money. I was gone from doing the announcing because I was out organizing that for the last half hour or so. So everyone is good to go. They all seem happy. It was a great tournament, great series.
Yeah, everything about it. We always say it, Prime brings the party. And if there's one thing that I could leave with y'all is just remember that they did not shy away from this guarantee, knowing full well that there was a very good chance that they weren't going to make the guarantee. So next time that there's a series that you have to choose from, you can know that your money's safe here at Prime Social. Between the staff here, between, tournament director Justin Hammer, Dirty John, the entire staff, floor guys. We brag about Jordan Cutter and DJ Viegas and Serena every series. There is no better staff. Dan Ross coming in here and doing the best job that one man can do alone. Security always steps it up. Bar, waitresses, everybody. It's a full team effort. So another series coming up starting in or around December 1st. Like I said, we're going to give Hammer a good solid couple hours break to get his wits about him, and then we're going to make sure he gets back to work for all the future series info that's coming. And like he alluded to, the ever elusive $5 million guaranteed tournament that will be happening in 2022 at some point. Date to be determined, and we already have one entry into it guaranteed. Josh Stefanski has won a $5,300 seat or whatever it is.
We actually have 2 because the last tournament did this too. So there's 2 entries.
We have 2 entries into that tournament, and it's $5 million guaranteed.
Million guaranteed for first, and
$1 million guaranteed for first.
Yeah, and we're gonna
7 figures guaranteed for first.
Yeah,
guys.
we're gonna rock and roll. That'll come out quick. Do you guys? All right. Well, did you answer that? Do you like ICM or chop equally? I like whichever gets me the most money personally. Like if I'm doing it.
ICM is typically more fair, long run.
Yeah, I mean it's one of those. Sometimes people think they think they have an edge or they want to just keep playing. I think any of those are fine. I don't think you should ever feel pressured to chop a tournament if you don't want to. Even if they're offering you a great deal. If you are there and you want to play and you want to try and win first place.
Absolutely. You bought in your own money. You play it however you want.
And so it's, for me, I think it's always just what situation are you in? There might be things that are better equity-wise for you to keep playing, but
no
that
doubt.
much money is very important to you, so lock up whatever you can.
Absolutely. And I've done this twice in my career, like before, like years and years and years ago. And I know a couple of other people that I've heard these stories that I 100% believe. But when you chop equally, you can find yourself in a spot where you could technically get more than first place money.
Yes, absolutely.
Like if you take every chip statistically and count it towards your stack, like you could do that.
Yeah. So I think it's all situation dependent. I think if you are willing to play, you always have a better shot at making a better deal for yourself.
Absolutely.
If you are willing to put it all out on the line, if you are in a need to lock up as much money as you can, then you have just lost one of your most valuable negotiating tools. in that you really don't want to play. And honestly, that's like, you know how if you drop a little blood in the water, like a shark can smell it like thousands of miles away or whatever? It's the same thing. If you show any sort of weakness or desperation or I need this money right here, right now.
Some guys might be raising a little bit more coming at you.
You put yourself at a severe disadvantage when you do that. So, yes, I'll tell you guys one more time. The results are going to be posted. I see Dano working on it right now. We actually changed the payouts on Poker Atlas, so you can go look at it there. But just for your reference, we'll read it to you one more time. $175,310 for Josh Stefanski, the winner of the Prime Poker Open main event. Joel Duch got $170,000. Bradley Richel got $141,000. Chris Stats, $122,900, and Robert Cooper, $122,660. 5 players with 6-figure payouts.
Huge.
Yeah, that's
huge.
That's awesome.
That's amazing.
So, those were the payouts. We appreciate everyone joining us. Thanks for watching the stream. We will do Player of the Series payouts starting on Wednesday. Come grab them after that. If you won Player of the Series points. Yeah, those will be available on Wednesday. We will be doing another series starting December 1st. We don't let a little overlay scare us away. A new series coming up December 1st. Follow me and or Prime Social, the Justin Hammer, Prime Social TX on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff. The schedule will be coming out within the next couple of days. We will have, we're still going to go with the guarantee. So, you know, no gamble, no future. Let's go. YOLO, as the kids say.
Yeah, we don't like to learn lessons here.
We will be live streaming those final tables once they come, so make sure to like, subscribe, smash that bell.
Smash that bell.
And follow us on Twitch. Do all that good stuff to be alerted when we are doing more final tables. We got live streams, cash game live streams, coming up this week and next week and all the way up until we do the next series. Big series coming out at the beginning of next year. Follow all of those things to get more details. They will be coming up. And
we alluded to the 5 million. There will be close to a bazillion satellites to get into that thing.
There will be lots of satellites to get into that thing.
This is going to be a great value tournament.
They will be available from free rolls at Prime Social during the off season. They will be available during the series. I always cater to all buy-ins of players. So if we do something like a 5,300, there will be satellites into satellites. So even no matter what,
baby steps.
Even if you're a $200 tournament player, you will have a chance to play. And every time I've done one of those, somebody has gotten in to a big event like that on the lowest buy-in possible. It always happens. If you're willing to grind, you have a chance of getting in without risking a huge portion of your bankroll.
7-figure guaranteed for first place.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
So we are going to recoup. We are going to come back. We are going to be ready to go. I am currently in TD makeup, but that's okay.
How do we do? We lost 153. 5 million, baby. Let's go.
Yeah. No, I'll remind him of that a little bit later, I think. But honestly, guys, the Prime Social, not only is it cool what they did for the players, but for them to still have faith in me when we come out and do something like that, it just shows their commitment to putting out a good product, to honoring their word, to making a reputation of the place to play in Texas, and puts a lot of pressure on me to not let them down with the next one. So come out and check it out. It's going to be a great tournament, great series. Prime Social is the place to play in Houston, Texas.
It is. I mean, literally, I keep saying it, but not shying away from this guarantee proved it.
Yeah.
You know.
The stream is about over. Yeah. I think we should take that as a hint. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate having you here. For Reese, Chris, Dan the Man.
Certified.
I am Justin Hammer saying good night, y'all.
55.
55.